Alright, the video should be up now. Okay. Isael, where are you coming from, basically? Isael? James?
I'm still here. I'm just coming out here because my mate wants me to spend time with him.
Okay,
Okay, so where am I coming from? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, so how would you know the history of Waterdeep? That'll give me an idea.
My character is a scholar. My character is a scholar. He reads a lot. It's not in his character sheet.
But where is he from? Would he read a lot about Waterdeep?
Oh, maybe not. He might not know this one.
Aha. Mic check.
Hey.
There you are.
Yeah, so, even though you only rolled a 4, you probably get a little bit of background. You knew that Manshoon was the one who founded the Zentarum in the first place. And his first incarnation, he basically tried to take over Waterdeep as this tyrant. And so he made a lot of enemies, and they put him down, but they didn't know that he made a bunch of clones. Or at least they say they put him down. Nobody actually came up with his body or anything. So he's been known that he has created a lot of clones, and over the years, clones have come back and tried to take control of Zentarum and also of Waterdeep when they come back. So it's a pretty good bet that this one's probably along the same track. He's either a clone or the real guy, and he's making a bid for power in Waterdeep, which means he's got a lot of high-powered enemies. And that's about all you guys would know.
Well, if we're talking about a guy that's well hated, we should be able to get some allies in our fight against them.
That's a good point.
If we're wanting to go for it.
Well, we had people run away from here earlier. We don't know who they work for. They could work for him.
They work for Manshoon, yeah.
Yeah, so that also is going to play against us with time.
Yeah, they were already following us anyway. And besides, this is just a regular magic circle. The key appears to be this onyx thing. We could get into the tower from any circle with this, probably.
Also, we also know that we can dig underneath the shield and go in that way.
We also have the option of going back to the warehouse and grabbing a couple of mechs to take with us.
We're in that district, so we have to go fast. District, sorry.
Also, there's no guarantee that you'd be able to get the mechs through the portal, though.
Might be worth a try, though.
Okay.
What do you think, Vic? Go ahead.
Yeah, have you checked out what the teleport command or teleport spell can do?
The teleport spell?
Yeah, so even the thing on your sword has a limit to how much weight it can take.
Right. I was never told what the limits were.
I thought I did. I'm sorry if I hadn't.
I know it was 8 people.
8 people
If they were touching. Yeah. But if there was any other limits, I don't know what they were.
8 people in their gear, which I did believe I came up with a rough estimate. That would be about 250 pounds a person.
Mhm.
So if you do the math,
Got a message from somebody in the group. They're not going to make it because they're going to help their dad tonight.
yeah, that's the Galindius Paladin.
Okay. Just letting you know.
So roughly that's a total of 2,000 pounds, a ton.
My mate was like, there's like this thief. What was his name? The Gray Mauser.
The Grey Mausers and Greyhawk.
Greyhawk.
Not in Faerun.
Drizzt is.
Yeah, Drizzt Do'Urden's in Faerun. So it's Regis and Wolfgar and Bruner and all
So
those.
since I missed it, our options are to go chase the evil Z-Man.
Into the tower.
I'm voting for that. He needs to die.
Yes, I agree. It's just,
He agrees.
Yeah.
should we take this a bit more slowly and carefully, you know, get some power behind us before we go in?
Yeah, because you are looking at an ancient wizard who's come back every once in a while to cause havoc in Waterdeep. It may not be a good idea to go in there by yourselves. Not that you couldn't handle it if everything goes your way. But
So
it will
if
definitely
he's-
be a high challenge.
Well, it's just it seems like Forest Grey would have all kinds of interest in getting rid of this person. Might be able to provide us with some spell scrolls, maybe even some wizards to help.
Computer. Stop.
Okay. Are you guys getting feedback?
No.
No.
Okay, good. So I got noise
So-
suppression turned on, so I was hoping it was working. 'Cause we got a lot of noise in the background here.
You can pause that.
So, Glau, I agree with you, but I think we should take our time a little bit. Since we have the key, we should be able to get here from any magic circle.
And you
What do
might
you
want to
think?
get some research done and stuff. Figure
Yeah.
out what you're getting into. You've also got
What do you think?
prisoners that are sitting there.
What do you think, Victor? All right, with who?
Should I make a check for that?
All right, let's grab our prisoners and head for the Dark Tower, I guess.
My question, is there going to be any like obvious repercussions to leaving this place after letting those guys go or something like that that we could foresee?
Well, besides them warning the guys in the tower and preparing for your ultimate arrival, probably not.
Okay, so yeah, just the concerns I've already voiced. So
Yeah, well, we can always trash the place, make it look like we had no idea what we found. That might help us out a bit. But we're still better off. We're still better off going for research and getting some assistance than we are just going in. Besides, we still have the meeting with the Cassilanters. They may actually be wanting the same thing. All right. If nobody else is going to object, let's loot the place, trash it, make it look, or even smear the circle, and just make it look like we had no idea what we were doing,
So,
and take our prison.
oh, so you're taking the prisoners with you?
Yeah, we'll take the prisoners to the Dark Tower and see if we can get some information from them.
So you're going to the Dark Tower now, or what?
Well, after we smash the place up a bit.
Okay. All right. So you break open all the crates and throw all the things all around. There's been a lot of merchandise come through here. So there's bolts of cloth and things. There's food and ores. So there's a bunch of things that you can take or spread around like you're looking for stuff.
Can I send my Z-Men here? I'm sorry, my fire minions.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right,
But you'll
I will
have to
send
go
my
back
fire-
and find them and organize a meeting and tell them what you're going to do.
I'll just send a message.
Okay, who are you going to message?
My number 4.
Vajra?
Yeah, that one.
She doesn't seem responsive to you.
Tell her there's loot.
Doesn't sound good for Zara. I gave him all my money.
Well, we've got bags of holding and stuff, so we'll take whatever looks the most valuable. But be careful not to be too insightful on what has value. We wanted to make it look like we didn't know what we were doing.
I want
Well,
the
there
food.
is a shipment of silver there, which is obviously valuable to anybody who knows anything.
Yeah, we take that
So,
one.
yeah, that'll get you about 10,000 pieces of silver worth of silver bars.
We don't want that. We want the food. There's no value in metal.
Yeah.
I want the silver.
There is salted pork. There's
Yeah.
there's also salted fish. There's some root vegetables.
How much of it can I fit in my bag of holding?
Yeah, he takes the meat,
Should be
he takes
like
like the
500
pork and
pounds.
leaves the vegetables.
500
Excuse me?
pounds in a regular bag of holding.
I think so.
Yeah, 500.
Well, the silver is about 500 pounds.
I don't want the
We've
silver.
got many bags of holding between us, so we can carry it.
I only want the food.
I got 2 bags of holding, so I could definitely hold it.
Okay.
I've got all this. I'm still keeping track of all of our loot, so
Okay.
um,
Alrighty.
great. You said there were some bolts of cloth. I think those would be kind of valuable in this day and age, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah. So cotton and
Ish.
some linen. Probably talking about maybe 20 gold pieces worth of cloth.
No, we'll just take the silver.
The best cloth looks like they've already sold or gotten rid of.
And set fire.
Yeah, that's what I was actually
Alright.
just going to suggest. So, Glal.
Don't worry.
Wow. Yep. Wow, buddy.
Since I couldn't contact my fire minions, I'm going to burn it because that's what I said would happen to Z-Men.
Okay, you're gonna burn the place down, or you're gonna get out of it and then burn the place down.
I'll just burn it.
I start running for the door.
Yeah, SL's gonna start running for the door.
Have we collected all the loot we want?
Yeah, we got the food. Lexi got the
It's
food.
important.
We split the silver up among us. I've got it recorded.
Are you taking all the paperwork out of the office?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
10,000 pieces worth of silver.
Okay.
Divided by 8. Or however many people we have.
We'll get there. I've got a lot of loot that I need to sell off and divide out, that kind of thing. So
Okay, so you guys are gonna go into town?
yeah, we'll head for the Dark Tower with our prisoners.
Oh, okay, the Black Tower for the Black Staff.
The Black Tower.
Okay.
Black Staff, yeah, that's
I'm
it.
trying to
Sorry.
figure out what Dark Tower you're talking about. 'Cause
The
Black
one in
Tower we
Mordor.
right now is Colot Towers, but
All the towers are black.
Nice.
It's just the way it is.
You.
the Dark Tower.
Sorry, can't resist.
So yeah, we'll head to Black Staff.
Okay. So.
Figured they might have a particular interest in Manshoon.
Oh yeah. So you get to the Black Tower, I assume, and Vajra recognizes you and ports you guys up to the tower. And she's entertaining a guest at the moment. And this
Anyone I
person-
recognize?
Yes, you do. It looks like Vorak is there.
Oh, good. I'll just be quiet and listen. Just let them make the first.
And he's
Statement.
talking about a demonic cult that he's discovered in the city and has offered to help her remove it.
Is this
So
the
my
cult
competition
with
for
the
souls, huh?
disappearing children? He is known for taking children's souls.
Well, apparently this demonic cult has also been doing that.
Sounds awfully suspicious.
Yeah, they're competing. He doesn't like it. He wants the monopoly.
Roll an insight check.
Alright.
Ooh, 27.
Very low. Let's let Lexi figure it out.
Okay, that may be a small part of it, but that doesn't appear to be what's annoyed him so much, or what really he is passionate about. So when he's describing consorting with devils in the city itself, that seems to be where his passion is. He is very adamant and very passionate and passionate about killing devils specifically, and any of those who have come in contact with them. Which your insight tells you, well, maybe that's one of the reasons why he got rid of a lot of the tieflings in the city, because he hates them.
Rude.
Gotcha. Alright, roll.
So, Victor's put up some information.
Yep.
Saw it. I think it's everything you've already told us. So.
Which, Victor, I do have a question. That loot you used in the last thing, you didn't just find that in a shop. That was a fancy loot. Had some kind of abilities with it.
Roll another insight check.
Oh, can I keep my other 27? No, it's a
No.
12.
Yeah, it's pretty
Can I-
fancy. Looks pretty nice.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
18.
Yeah, it's a really fancy loot that he's got. You're not sure where he got it. And it may even
Oh,
have
wow.
some magical properties.
So no
Well-
point in
Go ahead, James.
using that.
That's...
Okay, after our last long rest, are my spell slots all reset, I guess?
You have not
We didn't
taken
have a long rest.
You have not
We had a
long
short rest.
Yep. So no, your spell slots are not recharged yet. So after a little while, Aurora notices that you guys are there, and he's got a very speculative look on his face, and he bows to Vajra and kisses her hand, and she doesn't seem that upset about it. You can make another insight check.
And me?
Anybody who's watching this.
Oh, crap. I just lost my D20. Yeah. Fuck. Ah.
You get a roll insight, Lexi?
No. 1 second. Where did I put it?
20 total.
27.
Okay. It seems like that he's a little too familiar with her, if you know what I mean. And she does not seem to mind at all. And then he bows at her, and she ports him out of the tower.
Mm.
And then she looks at you and says, "What can I do for you guys?"
Well, that sounded interesting. Does that? It almost sounded like we have an ally in our fight against the Cult of Asmodeus.
I don't know if we want that ally.
Yes, this Horvath Thoradon guy has pretty much told me that exactly. I mean, we knew a lot what was going on earlier, but we did not know who was involved and what exactly they were doing and how they were doing it. Horvath provided us a lot of information, and he seems to be very capable in helping us rid us of this terrible scourge.
Anything that might help us? We do have our investigate, or anything that will help our investigation into the cult.
He could be very useful because I think he has some insights that most of us don't have.
Well, you mentioned that he gave you information. I was just curious if any of it would be useful to us.
Well, he knows where they are based out of. At least he knows where their temple is. And he has been watching their comings and goings, and he has evidence now of who is involved.
Well, I don't want to discuss this any further in front of our prisoners, but we have brought you people that work for Manshoon.
What? Who?
Manshoon.
You're kidding.
I wish.
What proof have you that these people are working for Manshoon?
They told us.
I pointed slave collars.
Yep. We also found an entrance to the tower. Oh, I forget what the name of that tower was. Well, I'm sure we'll remember.
Kolat Towers.
Yeah, Kolat. To Kolat Tower, where we believe he is hiding out.
Interesting. If that's true, then if you have proof, I can take that to the Open Lord, and they can definitely put a stop to his shenanigans.
Yeah, 2 of them got away.
Well, you're welcome to see what you can get out of these prisoners.
Okay, she is definitely alert and very interested in the fact that you think you found proof and information of Manshoon being in Waterdeep again. She seems very, very interested in the fact that you guys know of him and of any information of who he is and where he is.
I'm not sure what proof we can offer you besides our testimony, or at least the testimony of these criminals.
We have slave collars on them, so we can pretty much order them to tell the truth and tell her what they want, whatever she wants to know.
What are slave collars?
Here. I take one off one of the prisoners while motioning for people to guard it. I put it on her neck. Sit.
She would let you.
You put her? No, she won't let you put it on her.
We got these collars from the, rats, I can't remember their name either.
Why not friggin' put them on the cat of the, why not take one of the spares and put one on the cat of the group?
Why don't you just let her see one of the ones that's not being used?
I think we tied everyone up anyway, so I'll just hand her one. So we got these from the Zargrund. They've proven quite useful in getting information.
Who's the Zargrund?
Yeah, the dwarf slavers under the city. I think I've mentioned them before.
Oh, those. Yeah, you did mention something about them. Is that what they call themselves, the Zargrund?
Yes.
Interesting. How widespread are they?
They're an entire nation. We ran into several. Excuse me?
An army?
Not quite an army, more just a faction in the Underdark.
That's not good news. Seems like you guys are full of good news tonight.
Well, we did manage to stop them from enslaving a dragon with one of those.
Well, that is semi-good news. Because that could be... Well, actually, I'm not sure if that would really be effective for them against the city, since we do have the Dragon Ward.
I'm not sure that they're coming after the city. I'm sure I think their efforts are more focused in the Underdark.
Well, that would be some good news at least.
If we find evidence to the contrary, we'll let you know, but so far... Anyway, one of those prisoners that has the slave collar on, I'll tell him to tell them about Manshoon.
Hey. Okay, so which one, the wizard or the rogue or the?
Let's do the wizard.
Okay. So the wizard, and you ask him to tell her
The truth.
The truth about Manshoon. Tell her what she knows about Manshoon's activities in Waterdeep.
Oh, okay, the wizard. He
Yeah.
has taken control of, and he seems to be fighting this, but he doesn't have any choice. He's compelled. He has taken control of the local Zentarum and reestablished ties to the Zentarum network across Faerun. He is currently uniting all of the warlords in a faction, trying to forgive me.
Stop biting the collar.
Can
Can I roll to backhand the wizard?
You can do that. Roll the hit.
Let's see. Dex is 18.
Okay, you hit him.
Fluffy cat hands don't hurt. Let me show you how to do this now.
He literally hauled off and smacked the dude as hard as he could.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1 plus your strength modifier.
That would be 1. As in, like, 1 damage.
Okay. He's going to be trying to move his people into positions of power and take over the city.
What are your plans for the dragon? Or at least, what were they?
This isn't those people. They don't have any plans for the dragon that we know of.
Don't
never
care
mind.
about
He
any
doesn't act
dragons.
like that.
Manshoon only wants
I'll look
the
back at
money.
Vajra. Is that proof enough?
It might be, but we have to verify this information.
What would you have us do?
Well, do you have any, like, hard evidence, like paperwork, anything that shows his signatures?
Let's see. We have all the paperwork we pulled out of the office.
Oh, really?
And meat.
Let's see. We can take a look at that. I guess I'll take it out and show it to her.
Okay, and she'll start going through it, and she finds a few missives and things that have been sent back and forth. She goes, "Oh, okay. Yeah, this is enough proof. I'll take this to the open lord, and we'll get everything mobilized. He definitely does not need to be in our city again."
If you decide to attack the tower, would you let my group know we would like to join?
Absolutely. It'll probably take us at least a day.
All right. That'll give us time to follow some other leads.
Okay. All right. Is that everything? Not that that isn't enough.
No, I think we're good. If you want to take custody of the prisoners, I'll take back the collars in case we need them again.
He's also been we've caught these guys because they were following us, so I'm not sure how safe it is for us right now. We need to be careful.
Yeah, we'll have to be careful.
All right. All right. I'll take your prisoners off your hands. We'll definitely continue their interrogation.
The way that we did find a magic ring to get into the tower, which we destroyed, but we did keep the key that would allow us access to the tower.
Well,
So that's how we can get in.
Well, we do know that there is a force shield around Kolat Towers. Is there any way maybe that you guys could get in there and disable it?
You can dig underneath it and get in.
We could certainly try. Also, getting in from underneath works.
Okay, I'm sure we can get some people on it. That would take some more time.
Right. Well, we can also organize a small team to, our team to go in and disable the force field, and your people can come in and support us.
Do you have any experience with force fields like this? What might be causing it?
Probably some magical talisman or some runic inscription or something that's anchoring the power in the area to create the shield.
How large would it need to be, do you think?
Fairly large. If it's a circle, it would probably be about an 8-foot circle with a lot of powerful runes. Something that's been enabled for many centuries, so it's probably covered with dust if it hasn't been kept up.
So say we do find out how to get
character
rid of it.
has seen this shield.
If it's a focus, then it could be pretty obvious that it would be glowing or emanating a lot of magical power. Even the circle will be emanating a lot of magical power.
So detect magic should lead us to it.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say yes. So it's probably definitely something that we could feel, like as we know that we're getting closer to it.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Since
if we
Sale has seen the shield, can I roll a knowledge arcana check to see at least what kind of thing we're dealing with?
What are you trying to do?
You shouldn't be able to identify what's generating from the outside.
Well, at least know like what kind of spell it is, or at least what level it is.
You would have to examine the source of emanation.
And I imagine Forest Grey has probably done that many times if that has been in the city this long.
Yeah, but it hasn't been occupied by Manshoon until recently.
Anyway, if we do... Go ahead.
If you do any research, I'll let you guys look it up on Forgotten Realms Wiki for Kolat Towers.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we have time. We got the Cassilanters meeting tonight, unless I was actually wondering. Well, I'll discuss that with the group later, not in front of Vajra. But anyway, if we do assault the tower, can you provide us with spell scrolls or things to protect ourselves? Because we might be in for quite a fight. The guardians that we fought just to get to the ring were quite powerful.
Yeah, just let me know what you need, and we'll see if we can get it for you. Like, what are you looking for as far as protection?
Well, I wouldn't mind an upgraded shield and sword, or I'm sure that would go for anyone in the party. Also scrolls for things like detect magic, so we can find this focus a little easier maybe. Anything you have that'll help us deal some damage to, fireball scrolls, or...
It's literally on a character sheet. I can detect magic.
Yes, but it costs you a spell slot, whereas the scrolls are free.
That's true.
We could also maybe do like some kind of summoning or like a shield guardian or, something to just help tip the odds in our favor too, something like that.
Yeah, summoning scrolls, so we can bring in familiars.
Okay.
Or companions.
I could probably have for you by tomorrow morning at least 3 detect magic scrolls and probably 2 summoning scrolls, but that's about all I can handle at the moment.
I understand. Should we return in the morning then, or should we wait for a word from you?
So not to sound ungrateful, but you don't need, I mean, I think there's enough of us that can detect magic. I mean, I guess I would save us spell slots. I would just say you don't need to prioritize the detect magic. Just a thought. I don't know how the rest of you feel.
Agreed.
Then what would
Agreed.
you
So
We need
Maybe-
more important things like fireball and wall of fire and immolate.
Those are quite expensive, and I really don't have the resources at the moment.
The ruler of the city?
Well, if we forwent the detect magic scrolls, could we get more summoning scrolls?
I could probably do 4 summoning scrolls. That's about it.
We would appreciate it. Does that work better for you, Victor?
I think that's perfect. Yeah, that'd be great.
What kind of summoning? Can I get like a pack of fire elementals?
You could use one for a pack of fire elementals if that's your.
Perfect.
Cool. A summon elemental. That'd be awesome.
Should we wait for a word from you, Vajra, or should we come back in the morning?
You can either come back in the morning, or I can send you a message when I'm ready.
Right. That sounds good. We'll play it by ear then.
Also, healing potions.
Oh, healing potions. Yes, that would be nice.
I have
Thanks.
about.
We always forget that.
I have 8 healing potions available. Nothing better, I'm afraid.
Okay, are those standard healing potions or graders?
Standard.
Standard. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Thank you. We might also stop by a couple of the temples and see if we can get some stronger healing potions that we, can buy.
The Temple of Ilmater is probably a good place to start.
Temple of Ilmater. Okay. Well, great. Thank you very much. Is there anything else, guys?
No.
All right, we will leave you to your work. I know you have a lot to do.
Yes, I do. Thanks. And she'll allow you guys to port out. So port you guys out to the front door.
And so I'll ask the group now. Do we want someone to stay home or back from the Cassilanters meetings to study Manshoon and the tower and possibly the magic used to create the force field? Because I don't think we have time to do both.
Not safe to split the party. That's all I'm gonna say.
He does not believe we should be split up.
Victor?
I'll leave that to you. Totally your call. I'll follow your lead.
Well, I don't think we'd be in too much danger. Well, let's see, because we'd probably be studying in Forest Grey, I would assume. Like in the Blackstaff Tower?
Yeah, in their library.
Yeah. So we should be pretty safe there.
Except so we know that the guy's putting people in places of power, so you're not, nowhere you can really just say is safe.
Safe enough.
Well, if you want to stick around there and do that, that's fine, but...
Well, James, you were the one, or sorry, Isael, you were the one most interested, I think. Are you wanting to stay and study, or do you want to come with us to the Cassilanters meeting?
He can study this.
All right. We'll leave Isael here to study, and the rest of us, how long do we have before our Cassilanters meeting?
It'd be another day.
Yeah, it's about the middle of the day, so you've got about 4 or 5 hours.
And the rest of us, how about we head to the temple and see if we can get some healing potions?
Yeah, we should also stop by the shops and see if they've located any of the magic items we had asked for.
Okay. And then we'll head for the Cassilanters. Does that sound like a plan?
Maybe swing by the fire minions, find out why they're not talking.
Sound like a plan?
Yes.
Before we go out the front door.
Okay. So just before you
Right.
guys go out the door, Keldora disappears.
Caldora disappeared when?
Just before you guys went out the front door.
Of the tower?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So, do I need to make like a wisdom check or anything?
You can make an insight check.
Okay, insight.
How does studying a book help a druid?
Druids are smart. Druids have high intelligence generally.
No.
Not super high, but they often have high intelligence. It's their secondary save.
Yeah, I rolled very poorly.
I got
My
it. Well,
insight.
Okay, give me a second.
Did you get my insight check?
Really?
Well, not necessarily good looking, but that's the casting stat.
Okay. I'm open blowing his ear.
So, wow. Something blows in your ear. You get a couple.
What is that?
And somebody whispers in your ear, "Your acuity."
Okay. Also, we need to decide who to give that last ring of spell storing to real fast. That way they can get it attuned before tomorrow. So, Glaw has a ring, right?
No, Victor does.
Law does not have a ring.
Did Glaw get the staff?
Law got the staff and the ring.
That's-
He's ready.
Okay, that's right. You got the staff of rings of spell storing.
No,
Victor
I
got
didn't.
the.
No, sorry, no.
Well, Victor got the other staff.
Well, I thought we had one staff and a bunch of rings.
Yeah.
Did I give the staff to somebody else and took one of the rings instead?
Yeah, you gave the staff to Glaw and took
Okay.
one of the rings, and then you took the staff, the fancy staff from the other day, right?
So Law from the other day did not get any spell storing stuff. He got a fancy robe and a fancy staff, but it does not store spells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then we
he
gave
got
you the
the,
ring.
he got the sky staff.
Oh, okay.
And
And
the sky
then
staff
did
and
we
the ring of stars.
give you one of the rings then, a spell storing?
Sure, I could take it.
Because we had two.
I just remember how many things are attunement there, Patrick.
And I'll just eat my staff with spell storing then?
Law's
Yeah.
going to be attuning all night long.
Okay.
So,
If you did a short rest, you should already be attuned.
yeah. Yeah, we just need to figure out who got the last one. Do we care? I don't.
I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Victor, you care?
No, I don't care.
All right. It's you wanted it. You can have this one.
Yay. Manage equipment.
Okay. So yeah, now we can go and do our searching.
So Isael's going to study. We are headed for which one first? Whichever is closest, the fire minions, the temple for the healing potions, or the magic item shop.
Probably the temple. Because you're in the castle ward right now.
I'll follow back.
Right.
When he's back. So if I see anybody,
So is anybody interested in rolling their insight check about Caldora?
I didn't get a very good high. I got a really lousy roll, so.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think Lex would care.
Law got a 14.
Okay.
I got an 8.
You figured out that Caldora's using the ring of invisibility that she has. So she's not really gone, she's just invisible.
What is the whispering? Someone whispered in my ear.
That's
Caldora.
probably Keldora messing with you.
That's why I knew he was there with the insight.
Yep.
what did you say?
Yeah. Anyway, so
Okay. We head to the temple.
all right. So at the temple, there are paladins at the outside who have is a bloody rag or something like that. I don't remember what the Elmater thing is. Hold on a second.
Dogs are fed.
Huh?
Dogs are fed. So she complains that she hasn't been fed. She's been fed.
So I'll get you a description here. Called the Hospice of St. Lauspin. And come on, give me the description.
Okay.
And it doesn't have a description. Okay. Anyways, so there are several areas in this temple laid out, and one of them is an area where there are obviously people wrapped up in bandages and might have diseases like leprosy and other contagious terminal diseases. There's a place where there are people who are wounded that are being tended by priests, and there's another place where just people are coming to worship. And this is actually in the North Ward, so it's kind of close to where the Troll Skull Alley is.
Okay, so would this place sell healing potions?
I suppose in the area where the priests are patching up
Yes.
wounded people would be the place to go. So I'll wait for one of the priests to look like they're free and approach them.
Okay. Well, one of them is just finishing talking to an attending acolyte and writing something down on a piece of paper that they leave tacked to the bed that the person was in, and they turn to leave, and I assume that you walk up to them?
Yeah.
So,
Excuse me, priest.
yes, what can I do for you? May Ilmir bless you.
And and may Sarah and Ray bless you, I guess. Me and my friends here are an adventuring party who are working with members of the city to keep Waterdeep safe, and we find ourselves in need of healing potions. We worry we are about to face imminent danger, and have come to you for help.
I see. Sure. I think we have a few. What types of potions do you need?
Just healing potions are fine. If you have anything like greater healing potions, that would be very helpful.
Fire resistance.
Okay. I think we have some. I can sell them to you for about 500 gold apiece.
All right. Let's see what we got. Coffers.
I think we have about 6 on hand.
Where is? Oh, I know where it is. Just, sorry, I forgot I have that in a spreadsheet. Let me just pull it up real quick.
What kind of healing? Are they greater and normal?
Yeah, greater.
They're greater healing, yes.
Law will take 1 personal currency.
So 500 piece. See, is everyone okay with purchasing 2
Say
for
bye
the party, and I'll purchase 1 for myself? So I guess I'm going to purchase 1 for myself
Okay.
and 2 for the party.
All right, so that's 1,500 gold. Or the equivalent thereof. If you want to pay them in silver.
That's true, we do have all that silver. Let's see, that would be, instead of 500 silver, it's 5,000. So it would take all of our silver that we just got to get the last 2, or to get 2 more. All
Yeah, go for it.
right, so we'll take all 4 of them. I think that's all 6. So yeah, we'll give them the 10,000 silver. Actually, he gets 15,000 silver. And
See if they'll offer
500 gold pieces.
Discounts. Charisma checks.
Okay. So he goes in the back room and scavenges around a little bit, and then sends an acolyte into another room, and he comes back out and brings you what you need. And he will exchange the potions for the money.
I think that's it. Thank you very much. These potions are going to a good cause, I assure you. As I'm certain our money is too.
All right. Thank you very much. We will put it to good use. We always need help and donations to help purchase the items that we need to treat people for the crying god.
I give him all the vegetables I took from the store.
Thank you. Thank you. This will go a long ways for helping to feed the hungry.
I guess we'll go from there to either the magic item shop or the fire minions.
Okay. So you guys go back down south area near the docks where the warehouse place is, where the X-Men or the fire minions have been gathering, and there doesn't seem to be anybody there.
Let's go explore it.
I'll be right back.
It looks like the place has been trashed.
Mhm.
And the people, there's blood on the floor. There's some spilled goods. Everything that of value is missing. And there's a
Law
note.
is very pissed right now.
There's a note on the table.
Law would like to read the note.
It says,
Aloud.
to the Zentarum Pretender, you have been neutralized. Do not pursue this any further or your life will be forfeit.
Law laughs aloud, burns the paper, and says, "We looted them first."
Okay. So get the idea that most of your people have either been captured, killed, or defected.
Well, the ones that got defected will learn very quickly that that was a mistake.
Okay.
And we will go find our minions that were captured. Most likely in the tower.
It's a good possibility.
Look around, see if there's anything else.
Other than the mess, I mean, they didn't even leave you the paperwork for the protection racket that you guys had been perpetrating. So all of that paperwork is gone. All of the coffers are empty. Everything.
Useless. Fire minions were weak.
Yeah. They didn't have a very strong warlock to protect him.
Yeah, too bad that they only had a
Sorcerer.
sorcerer.
Excuse me. Yeah. And they had overwhelming forces coming after them.
They obviously take the training I gave them of run away and hide very well.
Was it mandatory?
Oh yeah, it was mandatory how to burn things and how to run away and hide.
You sent it in an email, didn't you? Nobody reads those.
No, it was in person. I taught them. We had extensive training.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
You weren't a fire minion.
Nope. No?
To do here, let's move on.
Shops for magic items, if there is such a thing.
It seems that your mandatory training has failed.
They just didn't have the goblin instinct for it.
I thought you said that there was a magic item shop that was looking for items for us. Is that not what you meant?
Yeah, we put in a request for several different items a while back, so I was just... And if they have other things, I would like to see what they have. I have lots of daggers, so I gotta get rid of them.
I guess we head for the magic item shop then, whichever one they put in the request with.
I don't know if it was so much a magic item shop or just a shop that was searching for them. Well, you never said.
For two, it looks like we'll save the rest of them.
Okay, make an insight check, everybody.
Insight.
Well, actually, more perception.
13 for law.
27. Oh, perception.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the same modifiers and everything, so that's 27.
13, same.
Okay. Anybody else?
20.
Okay. Victor's no longer among you right now.
What?
Minion, what happened to you?
But he comes running up a few minutes later.
What were you doing, Victor?
Sorry, guys. I just had to have a drink. All this buying and all this stuff is thirsty work. I had to go find a tavern and get a drink.
Do we have a slave collar somewhere?
Yeah, does it say insight check?
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
16.
Law got a 7 and he totally believes him.
23.
Okay, so you, Lexi, kind of suspect that something's not just right with what he said. Who rolled the 23?
That'd be Tulu.
Okay. I'm going to send you a message.
I thought Lexi had a 27.
No, 16. 27 for the perception.
Gotcha.
Tulu did get like a 20-something, so...
Yeah. But I feel like I should also get a non-counted bonus because I've known him for longer than anybody.
Yeah, you get the feeling that it's not quite right what he said. Which I gotta figure out where to get you on this. Oh, I know.
Do I have to take your purse again, Victor, before you get kidnapped again?
Okay. So maybe it wasn't just a drink. There may have been female company involved too.
What'd you drink?
You know whiskey is my drink of choice. Of course it was whiskey.
Can I perceptions check his breath?
Yes.
17.
No, he sounds pretty plausible. It sounds like something Victor would do.
No, I wanted to smell his breath.
Oh, he smells a bit like alcohol.
Okay. Try to stick closer, Victor. It's not safe for us out here.
Of course. Sorry about that. Just glad I was able to find you again.
So, Victor, you do realize I am basically cursed by Asmodeus, getting ready to go into a meeting with a leader of their cult who happens to be the enemy of a powerful soulsmith, and we're being hunted by a very powerful long-dead mage. This is not the time to be lying to any of us.
And the fire minions have been destroyed as fire minion number 2.
Wait, what? What happened to the fire minions?
They've been kidnapped or killed or looted. We have
Point
no
at the
fire
blood on
minions.
the floor.
I am so sorry, Law.
Useless.
I know. I am so sorry about that.
That does not sound real sincere. Insight checks.
Okay.
18.
Actually, a 16.
He sounds pretty damn sincere.
Okay.
There you go.
We're gonna go look for magic items now. But I'm gonna walk behind Victor so I can keep my eye on him.
Okay.
Or next to, whichever way
Did
works.
Keldora notice him disappear? I mean, he was walking around invisible.
Yep. I rolled 27. Let's see where he came from.
He came from when you guys started going south.
Mm-hmm.
He went straight, and then he came back south from the north when you were down south.
Do I know if there's any bars and stuff of that way?
Oh yeah, there's some well-to-do brothels in the area.
All right, well, I'll discreetly just tell Galindius that I think that Victor's lying to us, and we should watch him, and then we'll continue on.
Okay. All right. So you guys, where are you guys going now?
Apparently, they put in some requests with magic items with a shop for some magic items. Try and find them.
Yeah.
So I guess we're headed there.
All right. Let me bring that up here. Do you have that handy? That list?
No.
No.
I don't remember what everybody else was looking for, but I was like looking for
You want for the sentence?
No, it was
Shield.
yeah, something like that. Shield of alertness or something like that. Let me look it up.
I don't remember if I made a note of what I was after during that.
Okay.
But that's actually pretty cool. Was
So didn't you get that shield of missile attraction?
that was Victor who has one of those.
Yeah.
No, my shield is just a +1 shield, +2 against missile attacks.
Yeah, that's the
It
missile.
was.
Yeah, that's the missile attractor.
Is that? I thought missile attraction was something like if they target somebody close to you, you can make them target you instead or something like that?
No.
Okay, never mind. Then yeah, I got that one.
Okay. Well, it's missile warding actually is what it is. But so who was
I would have realized this, so I'll tell you. You guys would have noticed this, but Victor hasn't been using his shield. It's just been slung on his back. He actually hasn't been using it for a little while.
Okay. I'm going to forewarn you guys right now. Like, if you hear a booming sound over my mic, that's the neighbors launching fireworks, which they've been doing for the past 2 freaking weeks.
It was a shield of warning.
Everybody get what I said?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but apparently I can't find one now, but they have a blowgun of warning, which will serve the same purpose for me. Did you catch that, Leah?
Yeah. There's lots of things of warning, but
Yeah, apparently a shield of warning wasn't one of them. I thought it was.
Here's something special I'm looking for.
okay, it's let me see here. It's uncommon.
I'm going to watch this.
Trying to get a thing that has suggested values for items. And I know there's one in the DMG, but there's actually a better one out there that I've seen.
Yeah, the same magic item price list or the discerning merchant's guide.
Yeah, that's it.
I prefer the discerning merchant's guide. The one for same magic item prices is based on Ebron. So lower values for all the magic items because it's such a high magic world. But that's just my 2 cents.
So Victor, I can't remember. Was there any significance to you using the shield to begin with? I don't think there was.
Just that it, gives bonus to my armor class. Clerics can, are proficient in shield and stuff. It's just the armor bonus from having a shield. But it's just one of those things you would have noticed or saw,
Interesting.
I've been using my shield up until recently.
Yeah, since you got, this is a change since you got kidnapped then. Huh?
Correct.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
That's bad. 13.
He seems like the same old Victor.
If I roll for Victor, I get low. If I roll for anything else, I get high.
Maybe he's been a little
You've been rolling a lot of
traumatized.
like 20s. Yeah, you've been rolling a lot of 27s tonight.
None of them involving you. No.
Yeah, he seems a bit traumatized from his ordeal, but it doesn't seem like. I mean, he seems like the same person, but of course he seems to be getting over whatever whatever experience he had still seems to be affecting him.
Okay.
Are they talking on Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
I'm looking for a magic shot. Efficiency quiver. Or efficient quiver.
So, that's probably going to be 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Will they take daggers, or do I need to go get it exchanged?
You need to exchange your dagger.
Okay, I got 1,000 gold pieces.
All right. They will give you a shield of warning for 1,000 gold.
Okay.
By the way, Victor and Lee, I guess the shield of missile attraction is a cursed item that makes arrows come to you if someone targets a creature within 10 feet of you. The shield of arrow catching is the one that gives you a +2 to ranged attacks.
That's the one I was thinking of. Thank you. Thank you very much. Couldn't remember off the top of my head. That's a sign of age.
Yeah.
Hey, Leah, they don't actually have a shield of that. Can I just make that a blowgun of warning instead? It'll accomplish the same purpose.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. Are we going to
I don't remember if I requested any items or not, so I don't know.
Don't you have
I guess I would be interested in any magic shields or swords.
at the same place?
Yeah. I'm not going to go hunting for it right now. Don't have time. Just if they happen to have it.
Shields or swords?
Yeah.
They're looking in the back. Just a minute, Sonny. We'll find you what you're looking for. And then somebody comes out with an array of shields and swords. And what are you looking for?
Flame tongue's always a classic, or just a +1 shield or something like that.
All right, I can get you this one right here. I think is a +1. It'll help you with your armor class.
Sounds great. How much do you want for it?
That'll be 1,500 gold.
1,500. Let's see. What do you have in swords? Do you have a flame tongue?
I'm looking. Hold on. What the hell? Okay. I think this one is. It'll run you about 6,000 gold, though.
Oh yeah, I don't have that kind of money. I'm afraid I just can't afford it. I spend too much money on my magic, I guess.
All right.
Do they have anything that would offer like additional, like AC or anything like that?
What?
Have anything that would offer like, and anything that would offer additional protection, like a brooch of protection, ring of protection, or even a cloak of protection.
Somebody's hungry.
I told you I fed them before you came home.
I know, but he's whining at me anyways. He's lying to me.
Yep.
He's telling me you didn't feed him.
Did you get my note?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
Okay. They actually. I do think I have a cloak of protection. Let me go in the back. So she runs in the back and sends a young lad to run off in the back. And he comes back later with an item. Oh, no, not that one. Go get the other one. And he goes running in the back again and comes back out with a different cloak. Hey, that's the one. This one will run you about 4,000 gold.
4,000. Okay, well, I don't have enough for that right now. Thank you.
Are we done here?
Yeah, I'm done.
Anybody else got anything?
I think Caldora wanted to get something.
The invisible voice asks for a quiver.
Yep.
You're right. Whoa, what's that?
I don't know if this is a magic item shop. Probably like, oh, ring of invisibility. Yeah, we get those people all the time. There's more of them in town than you would think.
Yeah. Say if this is the magic item shop, the shopkeeper probably has a true sight or something like that.
Yeah, probably are wearing some kind of true sight thing.
Caldora pops into existence next to you. Oh, okay, there you are. All right. Hey, go get that quiver that's got the little swirly things on it, and yeah, that one, yeah. Bring it here. So, she brings that to you and says, okay, that'll be 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
Pick it up, look at it, look down it, to the pouch.
Squiver alone.
1,200?
1,500.
So you don't deal, huh?
No.
Alright. Done. I'll take it.
Okay, so Caldora tries to bargain with the lady. She doesn't bargain very well. She ends up paying 1,500 gold.
That's impressive.
Lol
is curious if there's any fancy boots he can get for about 1,000 gold. Shoes that would fit a nice wizard, sorcerer, whatever.
Hold on.
Out of character, I just refilled my miniature keg of healing, and I'm drinking off of it. In other words, it's a Bubba keg filled with red Kool-Aid.
Looking for shoes or boots?
Shoes.
Yeah, all the magic items are called boots, though.
Boots, then.
They could be shoes, why not?
Whatever will fit a nice sorcerer. Goblin size. Unattuned.
Any magical item will reshape itself to your size if you put them on.
Okay. Well, I can't have any more attuned items. I have 3 already.
What 3 items do you have?
My fancy robe, my fancy staff, and my fancy fireball ring.
Oh, here's a thought. Does anybody know what Glendius' strength is?
Negative.
You'd think it'd be pretty high.
I think he focused on con. Or not con, charisma.
But I think his strength was 18.
Was 18? Okay.
I think it was 18.
Ring protections.
Don't have any more.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What about gauntlets of ogre power?
So we split up all that 10,000 silver yet?
We
spent that on healing potions.
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
How many did that end up getting us?
Okay, the
Two.
Gauntlet of Ogre Power will run you
Just two.
about...
Well, 500 GP apiece, 10,000 silver is only 1,000 gold.
Right.
Gauntlets of Ogre Power will run you about 9,000.
I can't hear you, Leah.
She says, I'll send you these Gauntlets of Ogre Power for about 9,000 gold.
Okay. Well, I think we better check with Glendius before we invest that kind of money in things. Thank you. I'm done.
Do we have time to run back to the inn before we head to the Cassilanters?
You probably do. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right. Because we still have that mysterious door behind the cloth there, and I've got something we got before, a large purple crystal I'd like to investigate and figure out what it is.
Okay, Lal, I want you to make a perception check.
By the way.
Eldora links out of existence.
Law's perception is 16.
Something's in your pocket that rattles when you go searching for your money.
Son of a bitch. I reach in and see what it is.
It's a piece of paper that has a note on it.
Now I go ahead and read it quietly to myself.
So there is a letter, and let me get that up here. Oh, it's on my other PC. Hold on a second. I'm gonna boot that up.
I don't know why, but I just got like an idea for a magic item, the bottomless chug jug of healing. 5 uses per day, heals 3d12 heat.
That's going to take a lot of mats to make and a lot of research.
Oh, is there an alchemy jug? I want an alchemy jug.
No, those produce wine. Victor will be useless.
I was going to send it in a message, but I'm making sure to keep my eyes very close on Victor.
Hey, pretty lady, do you have any alchemy jugs back there?
I don't think so.
They also make mayonnaise, guys.
Mayonnaise?
So this note that's on here says, we have a mutual enemy in this city. I propose an alliance for the time being. I will help you thwart and take down the Cassilanters and retrieve the item that you seek. You gain a completion of the artifact, and I gain political leverage and remove the greatest threat to the future of Waterdeep, and perhaps all of Faerun. As a token of gratitude, I will assist you in something that not even Dorian or Harakuli could do, to retrieve the soul of Saraphina. The note is signed Vorak Doradon.
I'll just burn it.
I very seriously consider burning it before handing it to Lou. He's the only one who cares about Seraphina.
Yeah, indeed. Well,
It was just some annoying woman who followed us around for a little bit.
I'll
As far as the law.
Sure. I'll hand the note. I'll read it. Hand the note back to Galal and ask him to burn it.
Woo, fire!
Okay?
And I'll tell the group what's going on. Once we get back to the inn, not gonna say it in public though.
Sure.
Okay. So when you get back to the inn, you find that there's nobody in the inn itself, and there are.
What happened to our dwarf?
Yeah, it doesn't
Michael's
look like
character.
there's nobody in the area eating, but there are a bunch of what looks like militant people there, in armor and carrying weapons and whatnot, and. Standing by the bar is Vorak, and he looks at you as you come in, and he says, I've been expecting you.
I would expect so, being that you're in our house.
So, what do you think of my proposal? Or have you received it yet?
Yeah, I just got it recently on our way here. It's interesting. I wonder what you're expecting in return. I know you said you gain leverage, but none of us are really interested in selling our souls.
Well, he did
I
say
am
that
getting
we
rid of
need
an enemy.
He said he'd give us the item, so that stone or whatever that we're after, he'd give us.
No, I'm asking what he gets from it. Like, I know he said he gets leverage.
I'm getting
I'm
rid
just
of an
wanting
enemy.
to make sure that all he gets.
Oh, I would get rid of an enemy.
He probably wants to take some or all of the credit for wiping out a Cult of Asmodeus in the city. I'm sure that'll gain him followers and prestige.
Not if the cult is a bunch of nobles.
Oh, there are ways of taking out nobles.
Indeed, but it's not something you brag about in Waterdeep.
Only if it is proven that they are a threat to Waterdeep, and that their plots are deep-reaching and horrendous enough to cause alarm.
What kind of proof do you have?
I have a lot of proof that they are staging a coup in Waterdeep. And they have also planned to murder 99 nobles.
Right.
Good riddance.
Right.
You should say that, Cody.
Give us a minute to confer.
It's a good way to make enemies right there.
Huh?
So
Yeah, he's sitting at the bar. Your normal staff are held at sword point.
Oh, now I'm angry.
So that's where our staff is.
why are you holding our staff hostage?
For your
I mean-
good behavior.
I go around the other side.
Uh-huh.
Thing.
He looks at you as you are walking around the bar.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
Yeah, Caldora was saying that he was going to sneak around the bar, but as he does, Vorak is tracking her. No, he can sense your thoughts.
Oh.
He's a soulsmith.
Give us a moment to confer.
And I'll try. I will not harm anyone.
I'll signal the group and see if I can get them to come to the other room with me so we can talk.
All right. Is everybody going with him?
No.
I will follow him.
I'm watching everybody in the room.
I think I want to stay and just watch them.
Yeah, I'm gonna stare him down with my lizard eyes.
Yeah, we shouldn't leave them on. So, like.
All right, then we'll just talk here.
I'll back your play. Like, whatever you guys decide, I'll back your play. If you want, I'll just stay here and keep an eye on it.
Well, Tulu's going to ask advice. He's going to ask what the rest of the party thinks.
Do whatever you want. But I want to kill these guys, so...
Well...
obviously not right now.
We will accept your...
Holding our staff hostage to get our cooperation isn't exactly displaying an act of good faith. And that kind of shows us, I think that kind of tells us more about his personality than any words that he may express. Like, I don't believe him for a second when he says he won't harm anybody.
If we were going to negotiate with him, we would do the same thing. We know we don't like each other.
No, we're just put a slave collar and then negotiate.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Slave collar.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work on a soulsmith. Anyway. All right, we will accept your help with this.
You're awfully quick to suggest those slave collars there, Glow. I think you're letting their power get to your head.
I think you should wear a slave collar number 3.
He is in charge, so you have to do it.
We will accept your help with this one thing. But it doesn't make us allies. Just means we have a mutual enemy.
Understood. I had expected no less. I hadn't expected no less.
What is it you propose we do?
He was totally expecting us to kill him.
Let's do it.
Quiet, you.
So what I will do is while you are engaging with the Cassilanters at their dinner, I will have my people go in undercover and recover some items from their temple and bring back the proof that is needed for the open lord to expose them as traitors. And will stop their plot of killing 99 nobles.
And then the open lord owes you a favor, huh?
Exactly.
99 nobles dead sounds like a good start.
How do we know you can bring back Saraphina?
I have a way of bargaining that you do not.
Fair enough.
Exchange, we get back Seraphina's soul and get to keep the Eye of the Lord.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, we are preparing to head to the Cassilanters now.
Okay.
You best be on your way and make your preparations.
So I have your word of honor that you
broke
will
up.
work. I have your word of honor that we will work together until that time.
I don't like the Asmodeus any more than you do.
Is that your word of honor?
That is my word of honor.
I'll shake his hand on it. I'll spit shake and do like I'll spit in my hand and offer it.
He kind of looks dubiously, but spits in his hand and shakes yours, I guess.
All right. Agreed.
Nasty soft skins.
Yeah, he kind of like has this impression that it's nasty too.
Wonder why we lost the fire minions if number 3 behaves like that.
And then he will motion to his people and they let your staff go. And he will leave the inn.
Do I recognize his people? Like, I want to see if, like, I recognize any of them. Like, are they thugs? Are they guards? Like, where is he getting these people from?
Okay, so some of them look to be adventurers.
Okay.
Some of them are people that you've seen around the city once or twice. One of them looks like a couple of them actually look like wizards you'd seen in the Black Tower. I don't think you guys have visited the crawling spider, so you wouldn't recognize some of them.
Did we go to the crawling spider? I thought we did.
Is that the one with the drow wannabes?
Yeah, that's the drow wannabe tavern.
Yeah, a lot of the people that are there were people that were hanging out at that tavern.
Okay.
Is Ned with them?
Do they all look pretty competent?
Oh yeah, a lot of them look very competent.
How many of them are there?
There's about 10.
We can take them.
He's been busy. You have not been idle, have you, Vorak?
Of course not.
There's still, Caldora, Tilu has 3 of the collars. There's 2 more down in the basement. Actually, I think someone else took one.
Law has one.
Glal has one, yeah, so there's 1 more in the basement.
Okay. I go down to the basement and get it.
Okay.
So once they leave, I guess we'll head down to the basement, see what's behind that door.
Okay.
But I go down first
Okay.
and get that.
Oh yeah, is that snake still resting down there?
Which snake?
The flying snake that we fed?
Oh yeah.
I offered another rat.
Who is it they want to know who's lying?
Victor.
I'm sorry, what? What are we talking about?
Nothing. I was just answering questions.
Oh, I heard my name.
Okay. So what are you doing?
There was a door behind a curtain. What was it, like a? Oh, what do you call those? Like a curtain, but you don't put it in front of a window. It's like artistic.
I can still hear you. What? Okay.
Whatever. It was hanging in front. I don't know. Anyway, it was hanging in front of a door.
Tapestry.
Tapestry. Yeah, tapestry hanging in front of a door
Yes.
that we didn't recognize.
Right.
I'm gonna stay upstairs in the tavern and drink.
So once you open this door, you find a place that, or a tunnel that leads down to another complex that looks like the area that Dorian and his people were staying in when they were staying there with you. And you didn't know where they were. So when you went down to look into the basement for them and they weren't there, they would soon appear afterwards because they were watching. Because there's a ward on the door.
Gotcha.
30.
All right, and the other thing is I have a purple crystal that we got somewhere along the way. Try and figure out what that is.
Okay. That's actually focus.
Spell focus.
Yes.
Okay. And there's nothing special about it. It's just a spell focus.
Yeah, hold on a second. I don't remember what I sent you. Was that from, which thing was that from?
I don't know. It was a little while ago. Maybe did we get off the wizard?
Yeah, we got off the wizard. Same guy as my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his spell focus.
Okay. But it's just a spell focus. Nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we also got, it says a carved stone that looks like a lidless eye with 10 arms or spokes coming off of it.
Okay, that, are you doing an identify on it?
Sure.
Okay, so it's a key also for another teleportation device.
Just not one we're aware of.
Make a history check.
22.
Okay, you remember that the place that you were in the Xanathar hideout that had that statue in it that had the indentation of what looked like a circle and 10 spokes? You think that this thing would fit in it perfectly?
When were we in the Xanathar? The one with the mind flare?
Yep.
I'm sorry, two of them had mind flares. The one with the intellect devourer? No, they both had intellect devourers. The one where Victor was held prisoner.
No, this was the first one that you were in.
The first one, okay. Well, I'll have to go visit that later.
Oh yeah, there was a teleportation circle in one of those. Ones. One of the, like, I think it was that sewer hideout, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So that's probably the key to activate it.
Probably will get us to Xanathar key.
Xanathar hideout.
Oh,
sorry. I'm upstairs.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm done. I'm ready to head to the Cassilanters whenever you guys are.
Yeah.
I do need a 5-minute break. I'll be right back.
Okay. You take a 5-minute break. Oh, look at Ace. Look at the Ace Poppy. Looking to lay down. Oh, pretty girl.
You got that over, right?
I'm back.
Yeah, we're taking about a 5-minute break. So.
Okay.
Oh, we should have checked my traps while we were out. The ones they placed around the city.
Yeah, you might not have time to do it now.
That's okay. You know, you're supposed to age meat, so it's better when you wait. You either should eat it fresh or a little older. Nobody will let me have the prisoner's fingers, so...
I saw a meme the other day about lizard folk, made me think of Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about adventuring party getting ready to go on a journey. Said, oh yeah, we need 10 days worth of rations, and the lizard folk responds, maybe the rations are the friends we meet along the way.
That sounds about right. Although it was a highlight trying to feed Israel a cat.
Okay.
We're waiting for what see what Victor says.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay.
While Victor is trying to convince Lexi to join him in a drink, all of a sudden behind him, Caldora appears and she slapped a collar around his neck.
Oh dear. I guess I would turn snarling after whoever put a slave collar around my friend's neck.
That would be Caldora, and she's standing right behind you.
What do you think you're doing?
Just trying to get some information if the group want to know. She's not meant to hurt him.
Is this how you treat all your allies? If this is how you treat your friends, I'd hate to see how you treat your allies.
Enemies?
Enemies, sorry. I don't, yeah.
Yeah, Victor, they die. Our enemies die.
So what do you do?
I say, hey group, you can ask some questions now.
So Victor has a collar around his neck. Are you going to try to take it off?
Yeah, I'm going to try to take it off.
I thought you wanted to know some answers, where he was and
He
stuff.
takes off the collar. Huh? You're going to try to slap him away from taking it off?
Yeah. Is there any
Roll an insight check.
Who's up there with him?
Lexi?
Just Lexi?
Who else is up in the bar right now?
Yeah, just me.
I think it's just the two of us and him, apparently. So it's just, yeah, Lex, Kildor, and
I'm
me.
going to do this until all of us were around. So.
I'm going to try to take it off, and I'm going to throw it back at his face.
Roll a hit. That's her anyways.
What's that?
It's a her anyways.
Can you just take off the slave collar? I thought that was something that had to be...
You are correct. But he just did it.
Oh. I look at Victor shocked.
Roll an insight check.
Say insight? Okay. Oh, no, not again. Oh, nat 20. That's a 28.
Yeah, you know there is no way that he should have been able to take that off.
I take a step back. Victor, how did you take that off? Was that actually a slave collar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Must not have activated it. I think these things have command words.
Your insight check, Cody, there was no activation word.
There's never been an activation word before, Victor.
All it had to do was be slapped on somebody.
I don't know.
What's going on, Victor?
Get that off then. I just did.
I take it and I put it on Caldora.
Before he gets to.
Caldora puts on the ring, but go ahead, roll hit. Actually, roll initiative, both of you.
I'm going to side with Lex on this one. I guess I'm part of this as well.
23?
25.
Okay, you are able to put on your ring. Roll a perception check, Cody.
A perception check? Okay, where is perception? That one. 19?
Okay, when you put the ring on, what do you do?
I move.
Roll your stealth check.
Roll myself. Move. I ain't going to stay in place. I know that's no. 25.
Okay, you don't know where he went. You try to slap the collar on him and there's nobody there.
I shrug and I put it on myself.
Okay, so you put the collar on yourself. What do you do?
I can't take it off.
No, you
I'll
cannot.
take it off. Lex, why would you do that? Don't be...
When you put it on, Lex, you had the exact same feeling as you did before. You felt helpless that you could not do anything against it, and you were not able to lift your hands to take it off. And Victor just took it off you.
I back up, step away. Hey guys! I guess we'll come back upstairs, or at least I will. What's up, Lex? Victor just took a slave collar off himself. Is that normal?
No, it isn't Dex.
I didn't think so.
Maybe it's time we get some answers, Victor.
I'm telling you the truth. I have no idea how I was able to take that slave collar off.
Interesting. Let us put it back on for a moment.
Tell you what, here, and I go ahead and I put it back on me.
Okay.
Okay, so what?
Let's see. Trying to think of something that we can tell him to do that he would not want to do.
Put down your drink.
I kind of look at my drink a little bit, and I look like I'm like shaking a bit, trying to fight it, and then I pour it out on the floor.
It's not what we told him to do.
Pour it out. Lousy try at deceiving us.
Here we go. I know what'll work. Make you're a paladin or a cleric of Helm, right?
I am, yes.
Make a vow to Helm that you'll be sober for the next month.
Should I not be at the Temple of Helm in front of a priest, in front of a higher priest of my order before I do that?
We got Galindius here.
I'm not very good at role playing. Being yeah.
Oh, natural 28. Where'd that check?
Okay, Keldor, you realize that he's not being quite honest with you. And it looks like an act.
How can
Everybody else believes him.
Oh, sorry, mine was a 19, not a 17.
You still
Was that
believe
was that perception or
You can
insight?
roll in either one, perception or
Oh.
insight.
They're both wisdom. It doesn't matter.
Law believes him wholeheartedly. Good job, number 2.
I don't know. Tilius still has doubts because he didn't believe the first lie.
Well, I'll give you advantage then.
Nat 20, so 27.
Yeah, there's something off with his, it seems more like an act than a straight up.
Well, Victor, we're surrounded on all sides by enemies and we don't need one in this building. You can gather your stuff up and leave if you want. We won't stop you, but you're not coming with us anymore.
Okay. Goodbye.
Where Victor goes, I go.
Sorry to lose you, Lex.
He's a terrible number 2.
I think
Besides, you want to tell us what's actually going on, we might let you stay. But until then, you need to go.
I say let's bring him back to What's-Her-Face and see if she can tell us what's going on. Or bring him to a temple and see if they can tell us what's going on before we just send him out of here.
But he's lying. It's not like he believes. With that insight check or perception or anything, have told me that he believes what he's saying, even if it is an act?
Just a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry that you guys don't believe what I'm talking to you, or you don't believe what I'm saying to you. But if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel, and I'm going to go ahead and leave.
Well, like I said, I asked, would my perception insight have told me if he believes his own lie?
That would be insight, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.
Because if he believes... Huh?
It'd be insight.
Okay. So any of the checks I've done so far, okay. Not 20 again, so 25. You get that, Aaliyah?
Yep. Yeah, well, this time he seems sincere that he is leaving.
No, I was asking if it seems that he believes his own lies.
I don't think he's responded.
No, my insight check. That's what I was trying to figure out is, does he believe his own lies?
No.
He doesn't believe his own lies?
No.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
He does not believe his own lies.
Okay. So he knows he's lying to us. It's not...
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Then yeah, he can go.
Well,
I'm in too dangerous of a situation to let him stay.
Okay.
Another fire minion betrays me. He too will burn.
All right. I'm gone then.
Yeah, I'm following him.
Another druid betrays me. He too will burn.
Glau, how many people have betrayed you?
I pretty much drop a bag of cats next to Glaw on my way out.
Well, I
The world
suppose,
doesn't want to burn for some reason.
we should head for the Cassilanters.
Okay.
When he goes walk up from one, see what his reaction is to me.
Okay, so as you leave out the front door, Keldor is standing there.
That was a dirty, rotten trick you pulled in there.
She shrugged.
Well, see ya.
So, Lexi, are you going to ask him anything? Or are you just gonna
I'm following him out.
Okay, so he leaves. Where do you go now, Victor?
I think I'll go to the, what's the name of it? The Yawning Portal.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go to the Yawning Portal.
Okay, so he heads towards the Yawning Portal. And the rest of you, what are you doing?
I guess I'll ask the group, what do you guys think we should do?
Well, we just lost our 2 healers, so you guys are dead.
I don't expect much combat tonight. Caldora, can you keep an eye on Victor?
What do you say then?
And the rest of us will head to the Cassilanters.
The silent image goes, shakes his head.
Okay, Caldora nods at you and then disappears. And so you guys head out to the Cassilanters.
Have we had a long rest yet?
Not
No.
yet. Not unless you guys want to sit there for 8 hours and go the next day.
Which would mean we miss our meeting, so can't really do that.
Fair.
Okay. So, let me get this description here.
Maybe we should ask Lazara to join us since we might be a little short on muscle.
Lasra?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get to the Cassilanters, what exactly are you guys going to do?
Well, they're expecting us, so
Yeah, and they will...
probably...
But I mean, I know what you guys are going to do on the surface, but are you all going in there? Are you, separating from who's going in and who's doing what?
Maul's following Glindius because the only one who hasn't betrayed him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much... Well, what should we do? Because Glindius isn't actually here, so he couldn't... we're not sending Glau in there alone with Glindius because Glindius isn't here to roleplay, and Glau would just burn the place down.
Correct.
So I'm thinking maybe myself and Lazara, we go in, and Glau and Glindius maybe just keep an eye out for anything suspicious, make sure we return, and inform the authorities, the Forest
If
Grade.
you do not come out within an hour, I will burn it down.
This is a formal dinner, make it 3.
If you do not come out in 3 hours, I will burn the building down.
You still have that snake? The messaging snake? Or that went with Lexi, didn't it?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay. So just keep an eye out for anything suspicious and...
Okay, so what happens when you get there? You are escorted into their lavish estate. The building is very large. You go into the entrance foyer, and they walk you past an interior garden in the building itself. And in it is a bunch of butterflies flying around, and there's a couple of children running around laughing and chasing the butterflies. The Lady Cassillanter comes out and meets you personally as you're going through the butterfly garden. And as you go into the mudroom area where people hang their cloaks and things, there's a big black dragon head mounted on the wall. Then the Lord Cassillanter comes up and she introduces him. What?
I'm kind of out of the game right now, though.
So Amalia introduces, Lady Amalia introduces her husband. What's his
Are you?
Say what?
We are.
I don't think anyone said anything.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me get his name up here.
Oh, really?
So they tell you that the reason why they brought you here is because their twins were cursed by people in the Cult of Asmodeus. That on their 9th birthday, they would have their souls stolen, and they are begging you for help.
Do you feel those as to migrate?
Say what?
Okay.
You might be hearing my brother. He's talking on his game. Anyway, so what is your involvement with the cult then?
I didn't know they had one of those Sultana.
We're victims. The cultists came to us and threatened us, and they bound our children to the demons, or the devils, excuse me, service, and then they said that they were going to take their souls when they were 9 unless we gave them 99 souls and one shy of 1,000 gold, or 1,000, yeah, one shy of 1,000,000 gold, excuse me. One shy of 1,000,000 gold and one shy of 100 souls.
How can we help?
Well, we have a lot of the money that we need, but we need the gold dragons that are stashed somewhere underneath Waterdeep. That'll finish off the rest, and we'll give you whatever's left over. Please help our children.
So, how many souls have you collected?
Whatever you're looking at, run forward, that's forward.
None yet.
So you want us to help you get the gold?
Yes. See, if we get the gold and we get the cultists to show their contract, we can grab the contract and burn it, and it'll be over.
Gotcha.
Is that it? That's all it takes to destroy the contract, is just to burn it?
Yes.
Hmm.
It has to be the original contract.
What makes you think they'll bring the contract?
No.
They have to, otherwise they can't take the souls of our children.
Understood. So if we get you the dragons,
Is that just considered one turn? Or
you can make a deal with the cultists. We grab the contract and we destroy it.
Yes.
Will you... Okay. And the gold dragons are stashed somewhere under the city. Any clues where we can find them?
No, but I know that the Stone of Galora can tell you where it is.
Oh.
The Stone of Galore. You really believe that myth?
Yes.
Yes, I do have a license. And yes, they did give it to me recently. I'm not there.
Then who has the stone?
I thought you guys had it.
I don't know. Sounds pretty unlikely for something so outrageous.
I'm not used to the term.
What do you mean?
We had actually heard that if the stone even existed, that you had it.
Yeah, like...
We have a part of it that you may need. And if you help us, we will be able to give you what's left over.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have any proof that what you say is true?
It's not.
I didn't want to say this, but in our upper tower in the highest part of our castle, there's proof.
Spot.
If you can prove what you're saying and you can provide a piece of the stone, we will help you.
All right, then follow me. And
All right.
Victoro says, "Wait, no, don't do that. Don't show them." And she says, "I have to. We have to save our children." But all right, fine. And he gives her a key, and she goes up into she escorts you to the upper tower of the Cassilanters estate, and she stops before a locked door that looks like it's got wards on it. She says, "This is what they did to our oldest son." And she opens the door but leaves the warding in place and slides across the panel, and you look in and there's what looks like a demonic or devilish creature inside that's covered in chains. And it comes towards the door and screams terribly at you. "Let me out!" And it starts rattling the door, and she slams the panel back and locks it.
Did they take his soul and that's what transformed him, or did they transform him and leave his soul?
They took his soul, and what was left became that devil thing.
Well, I believe you. And I look over at Lazarus to get some confirmation from her. Should I assume like she'd nod or something?
So, hold on a second. Okay, so what did you say?
I look over at Lazarus for confirmation.
Of what?
That she's believing them too.
Let me roll.
Rules are for white people, Jeremiah. Don't say such things.
They sound sincere. Don't trust anything that deals with devils, though.
I'm with you there. All right, can you give us a piece of the stone?
If you sign my contract, that you will. And she leads you back down to an office where there is a parchment that is on the table, and it says, "I hear the sign part, blah, 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 blah." It's kind of a legal doublespeak, but it's agreeing that you will bring them whatever your findings are
Why are we going through here again?
in the crypt.
I don't know what happened. I didn't get hit.
Where the gold dragons are rumored to be.
Just think can't die.
And in return, they will help you deal with the dragon that may be guarding it.
Drive all around there. Oh, I killed one. Yeah, there's overshields down there too.
And she
What is the point of this contract?
just to hold you to your word. There's a lot of double speak and legalese and a lot of fine print. Are you going to go over it?
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check.
Okay, roll.
15.
It seems to be a fairly standard legal contract, but there's just something not right about it.
I'll help you, but I'm not going to sign your contract. I've seen too many of these things destroy lives since I've come to Waterdeep.
Oh, then I'm sorry, I can't hand you what you're seeking.
Say what?
Then I can't hand you what you're seeking. I need something in return.
Got him.
I'll tell you what, let me have a copy of this contract and I will have it vetted.
It's either
If it all looks good, I'll sign it and return it to you.
The due date is within 5 days. If I don't have it signed now,
There's a bunch of overshields.
we won't have time.
You don't seem to be very accommodating for having your daughter's souls at risk.
That's why I don't have the time.
Well, then I'm sorry.
Roll a perception check. Everybody roll a perception check. That's fair.
It'd be just me and Lazara.
Okay.
Come on, where is it? It's 16.
Okay. You did see, you thought you saw or heard something outside, but when you looked, there wasn't anybody there.
Lawless outside.
Well, then roll your perception check, Law.
6.
No, you didn't see it or hear it.
Galindius is outside.
I don't
I
have
don't know what
any stats.
Galindius' perception is.
Actually, I probably do. Hold on a second.
Alright, how about this then? I'll take a piece of paper, or we draft a new contract right now.
Excellent shot.
Say what?
I said, here, what if we let's draft a new contract right now? It'll simply state that we have agreed to help you in exchange for the remainder of the reward. None of this legalese, no fine print.
I'm sorry, you have to sign on this piece of paper. Hey, quit it! Go outside. Sorry.
Give me a moment to consider. And I'll stand up and walk over to Lazara.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like to shoot guns.
I think if we're going to help them, we need to sign the contract. If not, we just need to leave.
All right, I'll stand next to Lazara. Put my hand on her shoulder and say, I think it's best that you show us out.
Okay. Maybe we'll show you out then.
I can't hear you, you're breaking up.
Yeah, hold on a second. Hey!
Okay.
Outside! Come here. Outside. Noisy dog. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
That puppy is all... Hey! Tried to get him to go out the dog door. So I throw them out the front door and then they run in the back. Anyway. Okay, she says, then I don't see how you can just let them take our children's souls.
Rocket launch.
I don't understand how someone as desperate to save their children as you could demand a contract like this.
We have no choice.
Why not?
Because we have to be assured that you will do what you say.
Nobles, their word is never good enough.
No, there's she was.
Well, mine is, and I'm not signing a contract that could damn my soul.
Saving lives here.
Alright, they'll escort you out the front door.
Alright.
Or she'll actually tell her butler to escort you out.
So close to burning the place down.
I'll catch the group up on what happened.
Okay.
So, a pistol.
So they have part of our gem in there. We should steal it.
So
It might be our only choice.
you got the feeling that what the movement and whatever that you saw was probably Vorak's people.
Yeah. Vorak might already have the stone. If he does, we might be able to help the Cassilanters after all. We should go and meet up with Vorak. He'll probably either be at his shop or at the crawling spider. Let's go.
All right. So are you going to go back to the tavern, or are you going to go to the crawling spider? You're going to go to...
Nothing at the tavern for us. Let's go ahead and go to the tavern for the spider.
Okay.
Yeah, we never did agree where we'd meet Vorak, so we're going to look for him a little bit before we head back. I guess we'll take the shortest path, assuming we're interested in 3 points. Crawling Spider, Vorak's shop, and the Troll Skull Manor.
Okay, so you get to the crawling spider, and you actually do see him there. He's performing rather well, as a matter of fact. And he sees you, and he nods, and he finishes out his set. And
I don't have my
as you are waiting, the owner of the tavern brings you a lavish dinner and the drinks, whatever you want. She'll bring out bits of roasted boar, mushrooms, and
when I get out, that's fine. I'm the only one to go for it.
whatever vegetables you desire. There's stew. She'll bring you a fresh baked loaf of bread and some butter.
Oh, there it is.
Seems pretty fresh. And drinks. Any drinks you want. Again, they'll keep you well occupied until he's finished. And then when he's done performing, he will bow to the uproarious applause and come over to your table. He says, greetings. So,
Quite a performance.
thank you.
I should stop in here more often.
You should. What?
Not sure I'd be welcome. I look around at all the drow wannabes. I assume eyeing the non-drow elf.
Actually, they're just humans in costumes, so they
Right,
really don't look hostilely towards you. Actually, they kind of look rather friendly.
Okay.
And most of them are scantily clad, even though they're painted black. And
Okay.
they will pet you and ask you if you're interested in any other activities.
Which is not, thank you.
I can burn them. They touch me, they burn.
Well, they won't touch you then.
Don't touch me.
I think I'm close.
So,
A couple of them stand
rats.
on either side of Vorak, and he's paying partial attention to them.
We're talking about the good.
So, Vorak, interesting developments tonight.
I received word. My people are
Yes.
in.
Go ahead.
My people are in. And in order to help ensure that this goes off well, I am going to ask that you take one of my people with you.
I'd be careful.
Somebody that you know.
And where is it we're going?
Whenever you go to get,
That happens when you jump.
they will bring proof, and then when the city guard goes to arrest them, I would like you to go in. You can get your piece of the stone at that time. Roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Any who's listening to this, you're there.
He's here.
He is now. Yeah, not Victor.
I'm following you.
I got me a 20, so I rolled a natural 20
Victor
and ended up
came
with a 19
into the Prone
because
Spider. You
well,
have not been able to find him since he got there.
You're breaking up again.
I was talking to Jim.
Okay.
Good. I push button now.
Would you want me to roll?
It's 50-50. We get
well, got a natural 20.
Insight.
Insight. Okay. Where is that?
So when he says this, he is
15.
very smug when he's talking about this. But he tells you that I
have enough calories for one, so.
Did not hear that.
Now hold on a second.
Okay. But just your thing was lighting up in no words.
Doing some private messaging. Hold on. Okay.
Let me jump on your head. Yay!
He's very smug about all this, like he's completely in control of the situation. And he says, when they go to arrest the Cassilanters, I will have my people accompany you, and you will be allowed to get the item that you seek.
And what of the Cassilanters?
They will be arrested for treason and for conspiracy against the Open Lord, as well as consorting with devils and the Cult of Asmodeus.
I believe they might be victims of the cult.
You think?
It's possible. They say the cult demanded souls and money, or they would take the souls of their daughters, their twin daughters, and to prove they're impotent, they stole the soul of their oldest son.
He laughs at you. You believe them?
I'm not sure.
How about this? And he pulls out a contract that is signed in blood by Victoro and Amelia Cassillanter, the souls of their children for honor and prestige in Waterdeep.
And how did you get this contract?
Back up and puts it back in his
Die.
Oh,
you have died.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up really bad. What happened?
Yeah, he rolls it back up and puts it in his pouch that looks to also be a pouch of holding. And he says,
Okay.
I have people on the inside.
Uh-oh, that's a grenade.
Do you mind if I look at that contract for a moment?
Certainly. He pulls it back out and unrolls it on the table, but he does not let it go.
I just kind of read it over real quick, see if there's any similarities between the contract he's holding and the one I was asked to sign.
Absolutely. A lot of similarities.
All right.
In fact, you
And,
feel... You realize now that you feel the same magic emanating from it that the contract was that they were going to have you sign.
I would like to do an insight check.
Go ahead.
Nat one. So apparently I'm totally enthralled by this contract. and distracted by this weird, noise in my ear.
So touches the contract and accidentally sets it on fire.
How do you do this?
It's part of his sorcery thing. I rolled a 5 out of my 6. Just randomly sets on fire when he touches things.
You reach for it then.
I reach for it to read it. And when I touch it, I rolled a 5 out of 6.
Roll the hit, and he's going to roll the hit back.
Totally not intentional. It just happens. Can't control these things.
Hold on a second. So you're going to roll the hit?
I got to roll the hit to touch
Yeah, because
contract.
I'm holding it.
From my, just like a unarmed strike?
Yeah, just a touch attack.
23.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if he's fast
I roll a
enough.
19 and plus 4.
Let me see if he's fast enough to stop you. Hold on a second.
I just want to see it.
Oh.
Why isn't that showing up as a D20 thing?
Yeah, those are hard.
Oh, I don't have that installed on here. Right. I don't have beyond 20 rolled on this thing, so okay, that's on.
What?
Yeah, I've been using the D&D Beyond dice lately.
People. Did you do it?
He rolled a 29 to stop you.
Well,
So he snaps my hand away. You cannot touch you.
Well, he yanks it back away from you and it's like, not you.
well, the Cassilanters try to get me to sign a contract very similar to that.
That's a good thing you didn't. At least
Indeed.
I hope you didn't.
I did not.
You might have lost your soul. Or at least been pledged to Asmodeus until he let you go.
Souls are dangerous.
Yeah. By the way, I've
Right.
been, since I'm kind of like on the side on the side burner, I've been making songs in BandLab.
Okay.
How come you aren't with us?
He's studying the shield
Oh,
and
that's right. Okay.
Manshoon. So, coincidentally for Roar, you remember the Zargrund and their slave collars, their psionic slave collars. I'm sure you remember them.
Yes.
How would one be powerful enough to simply remove one of those collars on their own?
Unlikely.
That's how I finished the mission.
The only one
Yes,
who
but-
could stop it from happening is a soulsmith. Those colors do not work on us.
Hey!
So if I met someone who could simply remove the collar, they're likely a soulsmith.
Correct, or bonded to one. Roll an insight check.
22.
7.
Okay. He's laughing. He's almost, you're pretty sure he knows exactly what you're talking about.
I figured it out now.
So you made a deal with Victor then, did
You guys
you?
are talking, Ned, your old friend, comes up to the
I was
stage.
talking about Victor.
Yeah, hold on. Your old friend Ned walks up to the stage and starts performing, and Lexi's next to him.
Say what?
So Ned is Victor.
Vorak starts laughing.
You really do have people on the inside, don't you, for Roar?
Of course.
Well, I assume he's the one you're sending with us to raid the Cassilanters.
Of course.
But he is an evil souls.
He's not a soul smith. He's pledged to a soul smith. He's bound to one.
Cool. Well, we got the Ned back. Better than number 2. What happened to number 2?
Beat down.
Hey, Lexi, what happened to number 2?
They're performing. They're not involved in a conversation.
Yeah, we're not performing. Yeah, we're up on stage performing.
You know, I got a 20 in my performance check, so I'm playing well. I don't know how he's doing.
Yeah, you're doing
I hope 10.
I got all that.
probably a flute duet at the moment, or a flute and a cittern duet.
You see,
the same
I'm
cittern that you've seen Victor hauling around for the last while.
So I'm up there doing a tribal chant, and he's back there playing some sort of symphony music and just destroying my music.
Well, I don't know. He might be keeping time with you.
He said he got a 10.
See, what it is
Newfangled fusion music.
what it is you were supposed to be my backup, but you got so into it that you took over the performance. So I casually and gracefully, I might add, backed away and just let you have your moment in the spotlight.
Oh, why, thank you. You're very kind.
I am a bard. I am trained in the bardic arts.
I respect you.
All right. Well, shall we get this over with?
Certainly.
Sounds like it.
Great.
Got everything we need.
So when you were
I think
following
so.
him, he went into a room, and when you went in that room, Victor wasn't in there, but Ned was.
Oh,
I'm on 8 for initiative.
That was Ned tied up in that room with the intellect devour on him, not Victor. Although they technically don't know that Ned's a shape changer yet. They probably may have figured it out by now, but
No, every single insight Law has for Victor has failed.
Definitely figured it out.
I was trying to figure out how you had enough spells to keep the illusion going for this period of time, so I had forgotten.
Spells.
Well, you see, yeah, I totally forgot that you were a shapeshifter. And Lexi wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
All right. No. Anywho.
Yep. So you guys, Vorak tells you while you are looking for this
I'm too friendly for that. Friendly fire.
the stone, it should happen tomorrow. I will be bargaining for your friend's soul. And once we have taken down the Cassilanters, it will give me the bargaining chip I need to get it. If you understand what I mean.
I do.
So once we
So
have taken out their power base here in Waterdeep, I will be able to bargain with Asmodeus.
All about
Sounds good. When is this raid happening?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Might need to see if Vajra can push back the assault on the tower.
Yeah.
I understand you have some pull with her, Vorak.
Of course. She's an interesting woman.
Well, we might need to reschedule some of our plans with the Force Grey in order to make this happen.
I will speak with her tonight.
I'm sure you will.
Boom, chicka, wah.
if you don't mind, Vorak, it's been a long day and a weird one. I'm going to go get a good night's rest.
Understood. Have a good evening.
And you as well.
Oh, I certainly will.
I usually change.
And I get up and I leave.
Okay.
Chither's had enough for the day. Like, he started off this morning getting threatened by Asmodeus, and he's had a long day.
Okay. Interesting twist of events, yes?
It's a way to bring Ned back.
Yep.
So
And once he's done with his performance, he will probably go back to the tavern with you guys.
What happened to Victor?
Use my southern drawl now.
Yep.
No, Victor's not coming back. Victor, Ned, the soulless one, he can stay at the crawling spider.
Oh.
I would like to roll initiative against Tillo.
The law rolled an 8.
You guys actually going to come to blows?
No.
No.
I don't see any reason to.
Not until I have a full night's rest and I can really deal with them properly.
Okay.
Elves hold grudges, I'm just saying.
You guys do have rooms at the crawling spider if you would like.
I was gonna say, how about I just rent a room from you at the or we could go there, or we just rent a room? I mean, it's a inn, isn't it?
At the Troll Skull?
Yeah, Troll Skull's an inn, isn't it? Don't we have rooms? Or is it just a tavern?
No, it's just a tavern right now. We haven't got the inn done yet.
They haven't done the bed and breakfast or anything yet.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I will just stay at the crawling spider.
Yep, you have your own rooms there. So.
Lexi, you're welcome to stay with me if you'd like, or you can go with them.
And Vorak says you can use his room for the time being because he's not going to be there at night.
Okay.
I'll be staying close to Ned for now.
Okay.
I will not be dead.
Till he gets back to the inn. My goodness, Liv, you will not believe the day I had.
He, let's see, nothing happens.
I just keep talking. It doesn't matter. I ended up telling the whole story before I transfer the night.
As certain sympathetic areas come by, he taps you on the shoulder. And then you see what writes in on the window. There's a little bit of dust, and you see the letters SORRY. Okay.
All right.
So in the morning, you guys all get a long rest. So go ahead and do your long rest, recover your spell slots, whatever you need to do.
Hurrah! There should be a button for that.
There is on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's what I'm
On the
looking for.
top.
I see
on
it.
the very top, yep.
And so the force that was going to be dispatched towards Colat Towers is actually dispatched towards the Cassilanters Villa. And as they get to the Cassilanters Villa, you see Vajra and Vorak and Mert and the Harpers and the City Watch and the Force Grey and the Open Lord's Guard there. And they pretty much they're met by the butler, who tells them that the Lord and the Lady aren't there, and of course Laurel, the Open Lord, Laurel Silverhand, laughs a little bit and pushes past him and motions her guards to go in. And
Finally.
they have warrants, and they arrest everybody in the Cassilanters compound. And Laurel kneels by the two children and shakes her head sadly, seeing the marks upon their souls, that they are already marked. She's not sure that there is anything that she can do for them, but she will take them to the temple and see if they can cure or unmark their souls somehow. And they proceed to go throughout the mansion. As they get to the study, Vorak and Ned and you accompany the soldiers into the study. And Vorak says, do you mind if we have a few minutes? And the others walk out of the study. He says, what you seek is in here. I feel it. Who did we lose?
I'll start looking around the room.
Okay. So once you get in there,
I'll do my rogue thing.
Oh, Brett, sorry, I was trying to say it. I was muted. Oh, yeah, I'm looking around the room too.
Investigate.
okay. So go ahead and roll your investigate checks.
26.
Okay. You find a secret compartment in the desk.
27, ha.
Well, both of you find a
Secret
secret
compartment.
compartment.
I rolled a 9. Boy, my black dice do not like me tonight.
And in the desk is the a round object that looks like a carved eye, along with several other documents. Let me get up exactly what you see in here.
Not sure I can guess.
Back to the Cassilanters. Come on. Where is kitchen, smoking room, ballroom, cloakroom, covered porch, Victoria's office. Okay. So the room to this door, they picked a lock. Contains tall stacks of legal tomes and financial ledgers rest atop a solid mahogany desk. A freestanding suit of bronze armor, complete with helm and gauntlets, stands just inside the door. As you guys come into the room, the thing starts to animate.
Automaton fan.
Huh?
That evil automaton that we ran into many times.
Yeah, but as it does, then Vorak casts a dispel magic on it, and it just drops to the floor in a bunch of armor pieces.
So easy.
Yep, for him. Victoria's desk is locked and can be opened if you have his key, which you don't, so you will need to make a check to see if you can open it.
24.
That works. So you open
Law
the desk.
has a 26 sleight of hand. I assume that's
The
right.
desk drawer contains 13 sealed scroll tubes, a signed contract inside each one. These contracts outline the terms of loans made by Victoria to various nobles, merchants, and guilds. The drawer also has a secret compartment that you found.
Oh, tank.
It contains a holy symbol of Asmodeus, crafted from solid gold.
I'll get out of the tank. You can drive the tank.
It's worth 250 gold.
Sir.
And the eye. So that's what you find in the desk and in Victoria's office.
So I'm guessing you guys are wrapping it up?
Yeah, we're getting pretty close.
Okay.
We're looting the room.
Yep. So you take the contracts and things?
Yeah.
And you notice that some of them are check-marked. Those that are check-marked, there's a list on the ledger that has check-marked 3 out of the 7 contracts.
Does the contract say what kind of loans they were?
Yeah, so they were pretty high interest loans, designed to get people out of immediate danger of bankruptcy, I guess you would call it, even though it's not bankruptcy in that time. But they were in financial ruin, otherwise they would not, have been able to. But you get the idea that those 3 names that are checkmarked in there are very important people that they may be blackmailing.
Anything, or would these be useful to us? Leverage, or can we collect the debts because we hold the contracts, kind of thing?
Or do we
Roll
give
an
the
insight
debt?
check.
Might be a good way to gain some favor with powerful people if we're able to forgive some of these debts if they're powerful people.
21.
Or make a lot of money if we collect them.
With the fall of the Cassilanters, you get the idea that none of those people would be obliged to honor those debts.
Another ammo.
However, they may not want the knowledge that they had gained such loans as public knowledge.
So I'll hold on to the contracts.
Okay.
Who's that?
Huh?
I'm going to.
Who said that?
That was Tilu.
Yeah, we'll keep him as leverage.
The other thing you might want to consider is turning them over to Laurel to see what she knows. But that's up to you guys.
My turn. Your turn.
Anyway,
I'd be happy to turn them over. Tilu isn't real into blackmail. Anyone else doesn't have a problem with it. I guess since it's me and Caldor investigating this at the moment, I'll look over at Caldor and ask what she thinks we should do with them.
I'd say let's hold on to them right now.
so once they get to the upper tower, they find the devil. And one of the things that they find is also a contract that is very similar to the one that Vorak had. But this one looks to be a copy. It's not the original, so there's no magic on it. But it says something about the soul of their oldest son sold to get them wealth and power. And this is what is given to Laurel, and Vorak hands her the original. So not only was the soul of their children sold, but the soul of their oldest son. And that's what happened to him. He became a devil after his soul was stolen.
Various samples of temperatures rocketing.
That's the other contracts. The loan contracts, I assume. As they're going through from top to bottom of this place, they find a secret door down into the cellars. Going down into the cellars, they actually find the Temple of Asmodeus in the basements of the Cassilanters mansion.
To me, there's a difference between blackmail and a favor.
And many of the servants, as they go to arrest him, they, quote, bamf out. And it's obvious at that point in time that those people are actually devils serving the Cassilanters. So most of their staff is either tieflings or real devils, and they're gone. The real devils go back to their plane. And as the evening winds down, Laurel, Mert, Elminster, and Vajra meet with you and tell you that you are heroes of Waterdeep for exposing this horrendous evil cult in their midst. And they promise you that whatever boon that they can offer you that's in their power to grant, they will try to get to you.
A bigger mansion.
I actually interview.
They want the Cassilanters mansion and the Cassilanters noble status.
Laurel says she will take that up with the masked lords.
Yeah. Actually, the noble titles wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Yeah,
You can just give it to the law. Nobody else needs it.
So they, Laurel tells you that she will bring it up at the next council of the open lord or the masked lords, and it will have to be their decision. It's not something that she can just grant. But she will definitely take it up with them and see if they will allow it.
Inside check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an 11.
She seems pretty sincere.
Okay.
But as you notice, she's actually including Vorak in all this.
Question: when Vajra and like all them meet, am I able to be returned or no?
Oh yeah, you will know that they're all leaving the tower to do something, and she will tell you what's going on, so you can join up with everybody when they make the raid on the mansion. Or you can leave when it's your time to go to bed because everybody went to bed.
Oh, everybody just left.
Well, no, I mean when it's nighttime, everybody, all of the attendants and everything in the library went to their own beds, so nothing happened until morning.
Okay, so basically, I would have been brought there in the morning.
Yeah, you could have.
So
you probably went with everybody else.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Everybody now knows that he took Victor. Was any part of this deal that included to get Victor back?
Nobody mentioned anything about it.
We want Victor back. Lex wants Victor back.
And who is he telling that to? And
Victor got taken?
That was part of the discussion earlier at the whole inn thing.
Victor was Ned.
Law
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what Lexi's asking.
If Ned works for Vorak and he was impersonating Victor, he has Victor, and Lex wants Victor back.
Okay, so Lex wants Ned to pretend to be Victor again.
No, I want the actual Victor
What
back.
happened to Victor? Like, we've established that Victor has disappeared. Nobody knows where Victor is.
Oh, Victor is gone. Oh, Victor was an actual person who's gone now.
Yes, the actual
Okay.
Victor is gone, and you
Yeah.
guys about the actual Victor.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that part.
No worries.
Yeah, Ned was impersonating Victor after he was
Sorry.
kidnapped.
I thought that was figured out already by the party.
Well, they must have. I thought that Victor had been. I was trying to piece that together. How Victor could have been Ned the whole time, even though he's got this long-standing relationship with Lexi.
Yeah, see, that,
So
that
I was
wasn't that.
I was a little. I was trying to figure that out, but no, I hadn't put that together yet.
In
Law
fact,
had no clue.
after Vorak, leaves, the Open Lord, Mert, Elminster, and Vajra, and all of them will leave after everybody's arrested and everything, and Vorak leaves with them. You guys can talk about what happened today and about all this. And Ned, you can probably get away with some of what you want to do.
I'm sorry, I can what?
You have a free will for the time
Okay.
because Vorak's busy.
Let's talk about that room in the basement. Can we go there?
Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to talk about Victor?
We need
No
to
one
talk.
trusts you, Ned.
We need to talk in the basement. That room in your basement. We need to go there and talk there.
Okay, we'll go.
Okay, so I assume you guys all make your way back to the Troll Skull, go down into the basement, shut the door, then go ahead.
Will walking through that, I can't remember what we decided on. That will make me reveal my shape, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as I walk into that room,
Unless
Ned's-
you had used the actual disguise kit, but that's...
Yeah, correct. Which I don't have the actual disguise kit on, which I could, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Ned, right now, Ned always appeared to you guys as a human, and Ned's shape and Ned's image kind of blurs and molds and kind of distorts and changes shape into what stands before you is a kind of a medium height, slender build, like white skin, super pale, like no coloring except for his eyes, which are kind of silvery. For those of you, and silver hair, just a changeling. He's a changeling in his natural shape.
Yep.
And he says, we needed to speak down here because Vorak is able to hear my thoughts. But while he's distracted with all this, what's going on, I can speak my own mind, and I can speak without fear of him knowing fear of him knowing what's going on.
Only in this area.
Correct, and only while I'm in this room. This room is protected against his. This room is protected against his scrying and against his powers, and so I'm able to say and speak my mind without having to worry about him either influencing that or knowing what I'm saying. Something is going on. I don't know how he's able to do it. I assume the same way that he managed to capture me, but I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but he is starting to accumulate tremendous influence in this city. Through a combination, I think, of his charms and those psionic powers that he has. He's amassing an army. He's amassing a huge following, and I'm worried about what's going to happen. He's not the same person that we met. However long, weeks, months, however long it's been. He's not the same person that we initially met. The grief of losing his children and his spouse, the being exiled from the clan that he thought he could be a part of and that he could be in, being the last of his kind, has taken a toll on him, and he's evil, quite frankly. And I don't want any part I don't want anything to do with him, and I don't want any part of what he's doing. But I can't get free.
Another one.
I want you to help me, or I want to help you take him down.
No worries, Ned. We will burn him.
There's some rocket launchers there.
Oh, and he has Victor, the human that you guys know as Victor. I believe he's keeping him in his sanctum. He's got in his shop. He's got a special portal that goes to some kind of, I call it an inner sanctum, and I think that's where he's keeping Victor. I don't know for sure, and I can't pry too much because he'll know, and he knows that I'm prying.
You do know that it's actually a portal to either another world or to another place on this world.
Okay.
So, and he has a vast complex there, a palace, so to speak.
Okay. And that's where he's keeping Victor. I don't know what he intends with him. But I'd like to help you get him back. Or, I'd like to do what I can.
We must save number 3.
Oh, it's the enemy passing shields and the banshees.
I'm game for that. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to handle it.
We know he's busy right now.
We know, he's busy right now, and we also know that Heraculi can help Ned.
Heraculi's the best.
Yeah, another Soulsmith.
Dorian's Keep. This is her.
Another Soulsmith of similar power could break this bond that I have with Vorak and give me back. I still have my own free will.
Thornwood Keep.
And I still, he still allows me the luxury of making my own choices. But when I do things that displease him or that he doesn't like, he's able to cripple me with headaches. He sends me these images, and he's able to kind of disable me with these very painful and very blinding headaches. And he's made it known that if he so chose, he could.
It's you and me, Banshee.
He could completely strip me of all my will and just turn me into a mindless slave. But so far he hasn't. But I'm sick of it. I want out. I made a bad choice. I made a bad decision, and I want out.
Well, my teleport stone is pretty charged up. I could go talk to Dorian, see if him and Heraculi can offer any assistance.
Are you going to do that?
I'm asking the party if that sounds like a good idea.
Do we have any other need for the teleport stone?
Not right now.
I mean, it's always a risk to use it, but...
Yeah, it won't be another 3 days until they actually get mustered back up for the tower.
Okay. Victor, Ned, you should stay here, because if you leave, if it works, I'll bring Heraculi back with me.
Okay.
But anyone else want to join me?
I do worry that an extended absence might arouse his suspicion.
Especially
If I'm not
since
back
he can't sense you in there.
Yeah, and he won't be able to sense me, which will probably be suspicious as well.
Well, go back up to the inn so he can sense you and hang out until he calls you. And if I'm not back by then, go. We'll figure it out later.
Okay.
There.
Maybe I'll go upstairs and just play.
Dorian's my friend.
Okay, Caldora wants to go with you to see Dorian.
All right. So I'll take Caldora, and I guess that's it. And we'll teleport to Dorian's lodestone.
Okay,
Or the Belliconin lodestone.
Yep. So what happens when you get there? They have all packed up their things. They are ready to go. They are actually heading towards the ships in Waterdeep Harbor. So they're actually under the using the passages under the mountain. And they are shuttling people onto the ships at night and then camping out during the daytime. So there's a bunch of them left there. And
I thought it was going to take 6 days for them to be ready to do that. It's only been, what, one?
Yeah, so they're camped out under the city.
Okay.
They're getting ready to shuttle people at night. Let's put that way. They haven't quite ready, so they're actually directly below the harbor in the tunnels beneath there. So, and they've fought off a few incursions of drow and whatnot because that's where Undermountain is. But they're holding their own for now. And Dorian seems surprised to see you, and he says, I have thought that it would be a few more days before this sort of... is that a problem?
It's Furor. Vorak.
What is it now? What is he doing?
He's amassing power in Waterdeep.
That doesn't surprise me.
He's already wooed the head of Force Grey, and looks like he may be getting a noble title here soon.
That is not good news.
In addition, he's captured one of ours and holding him.
An insight check.
Huh? Insight?
Yeah. You can do it too.
Caldora.
Wow, that's so
24.
Insight, here it is.
Why is there so many beats?
So
16.
you notice that he is upset, but you also notice that there is a very huge reluctance for him to commit to anything against Vorak at this time. But go ahead. It just seems like there's something holding him back and you're not sure what it is.
Vorak has one of ours, Victor, and Ned has asked that we try and help free him from Vorak's influence, as he fears that Vorak is becoming more evil with time. The only people that we know that could help are a Bellicon and Soulsmith, which are probably not powerful enough, or Herakuli.
And what do you need her to do?
Let's commit suicide.
And she goes beside him. What's going on, Dorian? And it's obvious that she's reading his mind.
That's rude. Don't you need permission for that?
Not when they're married.
Overkill.
But you know that I have been forbidden to directly interfere. Herakuli says, yes, I know, but we can't let them suffer because of what he has done. I will help you, she says. I am not restricted like Dorian is.
Restricted? In what way?
Well, Moradin has forbidden him from interfering with Vorak's plan. But he hasn't forbidden me. Moradin, Morakvar.
And who's that?
It's a dwarven god.
Yeah, roll your religion check.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I probably wouldn't know that. Sorry, my bad.
Was it 16?
Yeah, you know that he's a god of the dwarves.
I would know that because I've been with him for a while.
Yep, you would know that. And she tells you that he's the creator, he's the soul forger.
Are you sure you'd be willing to help us? It might be dangerous. We've faced off against Vorak more than once, and that was when he was alone. Now he's got Waterdeep behind him.
He won't harm me for the same reason that I cannot directly harm him, but I can interfere. Same with him. He can interfere with me, but he cannot directly harm me.
All right. So here's what I propose. We are getting ready to eliminate another threat in Waterdeep. A powerful mage that has come out of history to take control of Waterdeep. And given Furor's status in Waterdeep right now, I fear that attacking now would only give Manshoon the wizard an opportunity. So I think we should deal with Manshoon. Let us deal with Manshoon first. Yeah, here in a few days. And then we need to do something about Vorak. The risk of waiting, though, is that he'll be even more popular by then.
And what would you have me do?
We need you to free one of our free Ned from his influence.
I could probably do that.
And we need you to protect us from his powers while we fight him.
I can give you something that may help you, but I cannot directly interfere with him either.
I understand. And finally, we need to he has some kind of hideout somewhere where he's holding Victor. We need to save Victor from there.
That's
perhaps
where
after.
We are headed.
Huh?
That is where we are headed.
Oh.
When we get the ships and we get on them, that's where we are going.
Well, they can take care of Victor then.
Okay, well, that might make things easier.
For the simple fact that he also holds what we need at that place.
What is it you'd need?
The Axe of Telvar.
Well, perhaps we can both get, or we can all get what we need.
I can help you for now to help to free your friend from Vorak's influence. Just be aware that once I do so, he will know. And he may not take it very well.
That's why I suggest we wait 3 days until after we've dealt with Manshoon.
But it may go badly for your friend Victor.
How about this? Vorak is very powerful. It doesn't seem like control of a single city is his end goal. What do you think actually seeking?
He wants to bring his people back. He wants to rival the gods in power.
If we can find some proof, because my concern is he's gaining popularity, and if we can't prove who he is, and we try to take him down, we're only going to incur the wrath of Waterdeep.
Getting all the pieces to the stone dip.
You'll learn. So anyways, just remember, I mean, I'm not sure he would harm Victor, but he might. But we can free your friend from his influence in the meantime.
It's a risk, but we've been taking risks this whole time.
One thing I have learned about Vorak is he is not. He does not like to hurt people who are of good alignment. And I don't know what his reasons are for that. Only he could tell you. But his entire patterns that I've noticed have all been against those who have been committing atrocious evils, or he perceives that will commit atrocious evils against the world or other people.
Yes, I've seen that too. He just recently helped us take out a group of Asmodeus worshippers.
So your friend may be safe? I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should wait because he's also trying to get back Saraphina's soul for us. And I don't really want to make him mad.
Well, if he has
Now.
gained as much influence as you think he has, which does make sense, Ned may be inconsequential to him now. So he may not even care.
Fair point. He has gained a lot of influence. Yes, if you couldn't free Ned, we would really appreciate it. And hopefully this won't ruin our chances with Saraphina or cause problems with Manshoon.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will speak with him about it, and I can make a bargain with him that he can't refuse.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I said I will speak with him first, and I will make him a bargain that he can't refuse.
You will negotiate for Ned?
Yes.
So you're...
Ned and Victor, at least for Victor not to be harmed.
All right. That would be... What would you be offering him?
That is my business.
Not your soul, I hope.
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh, tell him that he's going to get up the soul that he promised we could get back.
You die.
Saraphina. Who's that? That's the cleric. The first cleric you guys had.
Oh, okay.
Like a little boy.
This party's rough on clerics.
Yes, it is.
They're mostly rough on Ryan's characters.
Clerics don't help the law, so the law doesn't care.
I've already risked my life enough. One soul, I don't need to be trying to save yours too.
Okay. So with that, she will accompany you back to the tavern. And she will, if Ned is willing, she will remove the soul bond that he has.
I heard.
Yeah.
That should be a thing.
Yes, I'm willing.
What does this mean for Victor?
I guess you guys
Victor's
will
going
find
down.
out once you...
Yep. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You guys have no loyalty to your friends.
I would like to save the fire minion.
Yeah, I thought... Wait, we had discussed... Dorian was offering to negotiate with Furore.
Lex doesn't know this.
And, well, I know, I'm saying that this is what was happening. Dorian was talking about negotiating with Furore for Ned and Victor. And I was just trying to make sure he wasn't going to sell his soul or something.
It was Karakuli.
Karakuli, right.
Now just remember, Karakuli is at the same or a slightly higher level than Vorak.
Okay.
So
she was going to negotiate for both of their safety.
yes. Well, she was going to free Ned and then go talk to him about saving Victor.
Okay, sounds good.
So Ned, as she gets
Oh, my name is Holm.
Huh?
My name is Olm.
Olm. All right.
Ned was just my persona. He was the name of the scholar that I adopted. My true name is Olm.
So Olm. She asked you if you really wish to be rid of this bond to Vorak.
I do.
All right, and then she'll bid you to lay down, and she will sit at your head and put her hands on either side of your head, and you all will feel the static electricity build up, and it smells like ozone in the air, and you see arcs of energy, though they don't hurt you, running between her hands into Ned, and there it appears to be what looks like a gray line around him that traces off into the distance, and then as she is working on him, you see him enshrouded in this golden type aura that seeps around and up into this gray connection, and then shuts it down, and then it looks like it peters out into a little tiny drop and then sucks backwards. And then Ned, you finally feel like you do not feel Vorak at all. I mean, even when you were in the private room, you kind of felt him, but you couldn't actually feel his thoughts or emotions, but you just knew he was there. Now you don't feel him at all anymore.
He's gone. He's really gone.
And Harakuli lets the energy dissipate, and you feel like a free man.
I look at her and tell her thank you.
You're welcome, but just be aware that the part of your soul he still has, you may need help crossing over when the time comes. I will give you this amulet. And she hands you an amulet that when it is your time, finally, when you're ready to leave this world, I will attempt to keep your soul from going to him.
Thank you. Okay. More than I could have asked.
And then she said, I have to go now and speak with him about your friend Victor.
I'm humbled by your kindness and your generosity.
It is because of us that you have had involvement with him, and it's the least we can do to repay you.
Alright, I gotta head out.
Okay.
Bye, Patrick.
Now,
Bye, Patrick.
A good time to wrap it up. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yep, good end of here.
Anybody else got anything further to say?
Lex wants to know if he can go with Harakuli.
That would be inadvisable, she says. I would not want you to lose your soul.
Is that something you're worried about for yourself?
No, I don't think he can harm me. But you are vulnerable.
Okay. I will listen to your recommendations so I can be of help to him when the time comes.
All right. I will let you know what was said and done and whether or not it will happen.
Sounds good. We gonna go ahead and end it here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
All right. It's been fun. Thanks.
Cool. Glad you enjoyed it. Hope everybody else is having fun.
Yeah, it was a good session. I think I talked too much, but
That's Somebody has to. It's okay.
Exactly. Somebody's gotta keep this motley crew together.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I had a good
Or
time.
throw them out of the group.
I am really looking forward to seeing what happens next time. It's like Hercules is going to show up and her whole world's going to go into turmoil or something like that. Also looking forward to seeing our XP because we're getting pretty darn close to level 9.
Yeah, you'll probably make it.
Which means I finally get level 3 spell slots. Yes!
Yay!
Somebody's gonna be the deviant little shit.
Now you can cast Fireball too.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm going to see if I can reflavor it as Lightning Bomb.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Tilly likes lightning.
Cool.
Take Lightning Bolt and just flavor it as shooting it out of your sword.
Instead of your ass. Oh, sorry. Movie reference.
Oh, right.
Shoot
It's
the
nice.
Lightning
lightning
bolts are-
ball and shoot lightning bolts out of my arse.
Braveheart.
Oh yeah, Lightning Bolt is a 3rd level spell. Maybe I'll learn that one. Let's see, is that on my class list?
I think it's a wizard spell.
Yeah, but yep, Lightning Bolt right there. Sweet. Yeah, I might learn Lightning Bolt instead of Fireball.
He got to reduce the spell list.
Or
Even
Sleep
for
Storm.
wizards.
That one might be, nah, that's the lame one, never mind.
Cool. Yeah. We'll have what, 5th level spells now?
Maybe.
That's exciting.
Yes, it is. 6th level is where it gets sweet, though. You get like Disintegrate, some of that kind of stuff. If you're a arcane caster, anyway.
Yeah. That's, I think that's Hero's Feast level, which is a big spell too.
This is when I first started. So.
Anyways, good playing with you all. I'm going to jump off. See you next
Have a
time.
good night.
Not done?